Good evening, everyone. Welcome to PWOnlyIAS Current Affairs batch. Please confirm whether the audio and video is clear. Doing good, Mishti. Thank you for asking. Good evening, Dream ASO officer. Fantastic. Good evening, Praveen. Hey, Jayashri, Adiba, Suleiman. I'm fantastic, Sakshi. Hariharsh Sudan. Rakesh, Anushri, Twinkle, Roshni, Jyoti, Rajashri, Divya, Random Man, Pankaj. I'm fantastic, people. How are you all doing? Hope you're all doing equally well. So, let us look into the topics today. Artificial intelligence, data use, artificial intelligence and judiciary, election commission and Supreme Court, special intensive revision 2025, missing children case, prisoners with disabilities, acid attack case, judicial backlog, child marriage and protection, malnutrition, digital governance and communication, Dhruva digital addressing, Odisha education, Odisha water stress, urban environmental stress and pollution, urban governance failures, climate transition and coal phase out, and finally, one giant economic section. So let us look into this now. These aspects here, these topics here, one by one. All right. So, that's Sri Akal. So one by one, let us look into it. The artificial intelligence data use. Large language model growth is driven by advances in applied machine learning and expanding access to text, data, multimedia. Artificial intelligence firms claim internet information should be freely usable. Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade, DPIIT, proposes mandatory licensing for unlimited scrapping of public internet data. Non-profit body would collect the payments from developers based on revenue from Indian content. Royalty setting is difficult because small and large publishers may receive identical payments. Now, what do you mean by this whole thing? See, one of the major challenges, like why we even including faculties like us, we keep telling don't trust ChatGPT, don't trust Perplexity, don't trust Gemini or any AI tool. What is the reason? The reason is simple. AI can never give you the latest information. It's as simple as that. The reason being that, simple, copyright. So even if you try to access certain premium articles of the Hindu or Times of India or even Economic Times, BBC, etc., any important news article, sometimes what happens is you won't even be able to, apart from reading the short summary which is given initially, beyond that, if you want to read it, they will say subscribe to it. Otherwise, you won't be able to read it. ChatGPT's case, it is even more crazier. They won't even be able to open that article. If you give the link also, they won't be able to even open it or even read the content there. They will tell you, no, it's copyrighted or it's a premium version, it's a paid version. We won't be able to access it. Now, what the AI platforms are telling is, they are saying that we want free access. Give us free access to all the information out there. Don't make us pay for anything. Is it practically possible? This is as good as saying, I am doing all the hard work. I am publishing the article. I went and did the research. I went and met the people. I prepared the report, everything. I publish it and ChatGPT will simply copy paste it and deliver it. So if ChatGPT or for that matter any other AI platform, if they are delivering all these latest content just like that, then people will stop subscribing to the Hindu, New Indian Express, or any platform for that matter. So even now, what is the thing with ChatGPT is that ChatGPT can only use, or even Gemini or any AI tool, they can only use the data which is already available. And what if that available data is wrong? Then don't worry, ChatGPT's information also will be wrong. Got the point here? ChatGPT's information also will be wrong. That is the reason I always tell you, when you are trying to find the data or you want to know, You want to know about, let us say, NCRB, crime, data, women. Whatever. Maybe it is women related, or maybe it is even crimes committed by women, domestic abuse, domestic violence. Cases registered under this you want. So if you actually go to Google, you type this in Google's search engine, you will have here AI, all, news, images. Generally what happens is, by default, always what you get is all. Our AI will give you a synopsis of whatever you are searching, a synopsis. Below that you will start finding what? Various academies first. UPSC related academies. Even Google also has understood now that maximum searches that comes as far as these topics are concerned, it is from UPSC aspirants. That is why in Google, if you the moment you start typing it, Google only will suggest. Shall I type UPSC also here? Google only will suggest. You will click on to it. I will say don't even do that. Why I will tell you? Because after this all, the links that you will be probably seeing would be various academies links. Academies links you can never trust. Because there people are sitting and preparing the content based on when did they prepare it, when was it last updated. You don't look for these things because you are an aspirant. I am teaching since the last 11 years, so I keep an eye, I keep a lookout for when was this last published. The moment I see, sometimes I will see, I've seen it many a times. Many a times the so-called celebrated academies would have never updated their data. Why? They won't pay properly. They should pay properly to their content team, right? They won't pay. They only want the crores together. They won't pay properly. So forget all that. You need to prepare. What will you do? You will click only on the news section. Why news? News will be updated. Don't believe the AI mode. That is what I'm telling you. Don't ever believe the AI mode. What instead you will do is always click on the news. Because even as a collector, you're not going to see, oh my God, AI said there is a riot. No. Even as a district collector or a superintendent of police, you're supposed to stay updated with the news. Not what ChatGPT will tell you or Perplexity will tell you or whichever other new AI tool is going to come tomorrow. Got the picture here? So what you will do is, you'll click on news alone. That will give you what? The latest links. You want only what is from 6 months. Come towards the right side. There will be 3 dots here. Click on those 3 dots. You will get the option for advanced search, where you can enter timeline, and based on that you can make your search. This way what happens is, it will become more specific and to the point. Started has yeah, that is very good suggestion. PIB. That is, the other option is, you only, let us say you want to know something from the source of side of government, a scheme or government related data you want. In that case, what you will do, at the end of whatever it is you want to search, let us say Valsalya portal, put PIB at the end of it. Press Information Bureau. You can trust it blindly. Any data given in Press Information Bureau, you can trust it blindly, because this is official government source. Forget what anybody else is saying. This you can trust. This is the way to go by it. Getting the picture here? Like a stuck tape recorder, I keep telling this every week. See people, those of you are in your school or college or whatever, please learn to be a little patient. Don't spam the chat section. I have genuine students here who are giving their do or die. For them it is a do or die next year, 2026 prelims. So whatever other non-academic doubts you have, please wait till the class is over. Alright. Don't irritate people unnecessarily. All that karma, all that negative energy will come back to you. Don't worry. So that is what it is. That is what this whole thing is about. So what bottom line is what? Bottom line now is, now the suggestion from the side of the government is, or Department of for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade is, let us keep something like royalty. So for most of the southern audience, you will be knowing this name, Ilayaraja. Some of you from north also should be knowing it. So Ilayaraja is one musician where if you use even one tune of his old song in a movie or in a stage show anywhere, he will put a case on you. He will say that without my permission, unauthorized, they used my song without any authorization, without my permission. I need a compensation of 10 lakhs. I need a compensation of 15 lakhs. What is that? That is royalty. That is royalty, because if you need to use a song written by somebody, sung by somebody, etc., you are using it somewhere where you are getting, that is say for example, if I am singing right now, let us say, Chini kam hai, nothing is going to happen. Because this is not a, a stage program or something, where you people are attending it by giving me money. But if this is a stage program, and you are cursed enough that you have to pay money and listen to my song, me singing, definitely yes, a portion of that money I will have to pay to Ilayaraja, because he is the music director. Same way, if ChatGPT or any AI tool is going to use a premium content, ChatGPT will have to pay what? Money for them. Called royalty. Got the point here? This is the thing. Suggestion it is, still nothing has worked out, because India is yet to take any concrete action when it comes to AI regulation. India has not made any rules or regulations so far. So far, whatever initiatives have come also, it is largely from the side of the judiciary. Got the point here? Moving on. Next is artificial intelligence and judiciary. The next point here is, lawsuits between artificial intelligence firms and content owners continue without consistent judicial outcomes. Supreme Court stated generative artificial intelligence cannot influence judicial functioning. Risks include fabricated case law, artificial intelligence generated bias, and fictitious legal material. See, when we would have probably started studying about computers, the first thing that we would have learned there will be, a computer's output is only as good as its input. What type of input you give, only that type of output it will give. Chat GPTs or AI generative tools are no different. Like one of my friend, when he was bored, what he did was he taught Chat GPT 2 plus 2 is 5. I was bored, I taught Chat GPT the new name of Delhi is Indraprastha. That's it. You can do it. What does it mean? You can generate fictitious content and make it sound original. Because ChatGPT doesn't know when it reads something, oh, this is fake, oh, this is troll, oh, that is a meme. So the Supreme Court basically told, don't trust ChatGPT completely. Because why? Fabricated case laws, that is case laws which are not there, ChatGPT is creating by itself. Why? From where is ChatGPT getting? Because somebody like me will be sitting somewhere simply, according to this case law. It is quoting. Fictitious legal material, which is legal material which is not there. Got the point? Some lower courts cited non-existent judgments created by artificial intelligence tools. Judicial officers are being trained to verify artificial intelligence generated research. What training it is? There is no training here. It is as simple as one simple search will tell you whether it is original or whether it is fake. It is as simple as that. So my mother again, who retired, like she's a postgraduate, and then she is retired as an assistant educational officer. So she calls me yesterday around 3 o'clock to tell me that there is a new scheme from Nirmala Sitharaman. Invest only 21,000 and every day morning you will get money. It is in share market now. Everywhere it is there. Limited time. If the last date is today, Last time is today. Within few hours, it will get over. Immediately, we should invest. For a minute, firstly, I was like I have told already to my CCA batch, my ego got hurt. I was like so much of current affairs, waking up in the morning and reading the newspaper, subscribe to so many newspapers, subscribe to so many, online accounts, and I've never read it anywhere. Because I was not doubting my mother. So simply what I did, Nirmala Sitharaman, scheme, 21,000, profit, this, that. Just typed it in Google. Lo and behold, back to back, fake. From August, this fake video is circulating. The video, if you open it, pakka Nirmala Sitharaman's face, pakka Nirmala Sitharaman's voice. AI generative video. Can't blame my mom, because obviously, even for a minute, it will look like it is original. But you can see the telltale signs of a AI video. Breakage here, all that. And her mouth is going yum, 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 like that it is moving. Like the old Mahabharata serials that are dubbed. Yum, yum, yum. Simply they will move even after the dialogue is over. So that is what was happening there. My point here is, it's becoming really difficult to find out what is original and what is fake until and unless what you Google for it specifically. Google will not cheat you. Don't trust Gemini. Trust Google. Got the point here? Election Commission and Supreme Court. Supreme Court criticized the Election Commission for mechanical responses during the special intensive revision. See, special intensive revision, why is it being conducted? Special intensive revision is being conducted so that we get to know who are the genuine voters and who are not. Why? 1 minute. Last major intensive revision was held when? 2002-2003. Last major revision. Imagine it has been more than 20 years. This alone is ground enough to what? To dispute the entire arguments given by the opposition. 20 years. And remember, I have already told you long time ago in my class that even after 78 years of independence, we don't have closed border either between India-Pakistan or India-China, India-Myanmar, India-Nepal, India-Bhutan, India-Bangladesh. Nowhere. We don't have a border anywhere. That is, construction is still going on. Most of these constructions will get over only by 2030, 2035, etc. I am not joking here. We don't have a border. That is, now your house will have a proper border. Like a proper border in the sense you have proper wall, everything. That is not there. Now only very recently only we have started constructing it and putting it up. That was the policy followed. That is not to develop the border area. So if I don't develop the border area, no trouble with the neighboring countries. Are you able to understand it? If I don't develop the border area, I leave it impoverished and underdeveloped, I won't have a trouble with my neighboring countries. So some of the people will always say, after this government came into power, the equation with every country had got spoiled. This government is pathetic, they say. Why it has gone down? We have started taking care of our borders. That is the fundamental reason behind it. Before this never used to happen. Now we have started putting up borders everywhere and all our neighboring countries have trouble with it. Why? They are not able to do their illegal activities inside the country. So since 2002, that means more than 20 years you have not done the special intensive revision means, imagine how many people are there in the country who are voting in our elections, but they are not actually Indian citizens. Got the logic here? Special intensive revision 2025 restores accuracy due to migration and urban expansion. That is also not a surprise here. Now, migration and urban expansion literally exploded, especially after 2002-2003, the golden years of engineering. Now, engineers have no value basically in the country. If you are an engineer, there is a very good chance that you will never end up getting married also. I'm not joking. Until and unless, obviously, you are that lucky few, very rare, very rarest of rare lucky engineers. Otherwise, The best way of staying single throughout your life is be an engineer. I'm also an engineer, don't worry. But I made the switch. So the point here is, back then, this was the time when, Bangalore used to be literally the air-conditioned city. Mumbai still had good quality air. Delhi, more or less, it was okay. Hyderabad, Chennai are still growing. But later you can see that boom happened. That boom of engineering. Suddenly all these cities ended up becoming hubs for IT services. So obviously what happened? These cities started attracting immigrants. From other states, they started attracting immigrants into these places. These cities started exploding. So many people had moved on to these cities and settled there. What has happened? So let us say I'm in this city, Bangalore. So I will have a vote here also. I will have a vote back in Kerala also. Why? What is the reason for that? How is it that double entry is possible? Because data is not digitalized. Data is not digitalized. Data is never updated, was never updated by the Election Commission of India. Why Election Commission of India didn't do it? Well, technically speaking, Election Commission of India does not have its own finance. Neither does it have its own staff. It gets the access to staff as well as to money only when an election is announced. Got the point here? Only when an election is announced, they have control over government servants as well as on finance. Otherwise, they don't have it. So multiple election commissioners, my intelligent guess is, multiple election commissioners did not want to do this exercise. They kept on pushing it because they know it. This is going to be a Pandora's box. This will literally open a can of worms where, it will create trouble everywhere. That is why you're seeing all these things. Booth level officers committing suicide. Booth level officer did that. Booth level officer died of heart attack. We are hearing news being reported all across the country. But, okay, death is not good. Any death, natural, suicide, whatever. But fact of the matter is, does that mean this constitutional duty of updating the electoral roll? It is a constitutional duty of the Election Commission of India. Oh my God, people are dying. Let us not update the electoral roll. Can we do that? I have every right to decide who should enter my house and who should not. So that right I am having. It is my right. But some people have a problem with the fact that in India we shouldn't keep that. Let people come. One lady, very senior lady, she was telling, why are we stopping the Bangladeshis? Land it is, let them come. Prakash Raj, actor, now these days he's giving more political statements than dialogues in this thing. You should allow the people to come. Brother, my dear brother, my dear elder sister, please start with opening your home and your estate to the immigrants. Do that first. Those of them who are shedding tears for, oh, you poor Bangladeshi immigrants, are you poor Myanmaris, Rohingya Muslims, are you poor people who have come from God knows from which country? Well, open up your own houses, your own estate, your own resorts first to all these refugees. Then let us do the talking. So the point what has happened is, from 2002 this was not done. Now what has happened is, all these people who have entered the country illegally. Why should people come from other countries? Because we are not strict, Aditi. Like I told, see, you open and keep the borders, it's an end of the story. It is end of the story. And we have here schemes. Pradhan Mantri, Awas Yojana. So you are poor, you get a home. Pradhan Mantri, then you have National Food Security Mission, free khana. Ayushman Bharat Mission, health is done. Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, schooling is also done. Midday meal scheme, from school only food is also done. National Food Security Mission, 5 kilogram per member of the family per month. You have a large family, husband and wife and 15 children. 15 plus 2, 17. 17 into 5 kilo, 85 kilogram of ration every month. Sell a few in the black market, your pocket money is also ready. They are happy with it. They are happy. That is the reason. When people say, no, in happiness index, Pakistan is ahead of us. In happiness index, Bangladesh is ahead of us. Are Indians going as refugees and staying in Pakistan? Are Indians going as refugees, entering illegally? Oh my God, we have finally reached Bangladesh. Yes. Are they doing that? Common sense. Unfortunately, it's not so common. It is the ulta that is happening. And these same illegal people have become a vote bank today. That is why the border states, etc., often turn a blind eye. Now, the fact of the matter is true. What was the BSF doing? What was the army doing? You can say, but it is generally not easy. It is generally not easy to manage the border alone. Just as much as we blame the central government for not maintaining a strict vigil in the border, and I am telling the central government basically from 2000 onwards to 2025, everybody are responsible for this. 2, state government. Law and order comes under whom? Law and order actually comes under state subject. You go and ask any cop in your vicinity. I know most of you are from different states. Different states. You just go and ask a cop in your area. Like, do we have people who have come from other states, settled in anywhere? Buy a chai or something for the cop, or pay 500 rupees, bribe or something. I'm openly asking you to pay bribe. I'm joking again. They will tell you which area, which colony, which locality. They will pinpoint and they will tell you. And if you ask them again, but why are you not taking action? Sipping the tea, he will tell. Order hai kya? Do I have the orders? If I have the orders, I will do it. I will wind it up in no time. You give me the order, I will wind it up. Where is the order? So directly you cannot do it. So indirectly, what are the ways? One is SIR. Find out who are the fake voters. Find out who are the bogus voters. Wonderful line there. Yanalu Nagaria. I'm not sure that I am pronouncing your name in a correct way. Getting the point here. Exactly. So they don't want any development. They are happy with this. They are happy with this easily. And every 5 years, 2 elections will come. State will come, central will come. If you are very lucky, panchayat and municipality will come. For all this, you will get money. One or the other way. They are happy with it. Swachh Bharat toilet is also available. What else to do? Sit simply, reproduce children, as many as possible. More children, more ration. Aram ki zindagi. 5-star khavo and don't do anything. Every elector underwent door-to-door verification. Acceptable documents were increased from 4 to 11. Aadhaar was accepted following Supreme Court suggestion. In Bihar, 7.5 crore entries were verified and 65 lakh removed. 1,60,813 booth level agents and State Legal Services Authority volunteers assisted. 2.5 lakh, more than 2.5 lakh claims and objections were filed, in which 36,500 inclusion requests were there. That means out of the 65 lakh removed, only 0.56% were there who requested for an inclusion. Just 36,500. That means that more than 60 lakh, what was it? Fake data, ghost beneficiaries. Like I told you earlier in one of my class, MG Narega beneficiaries back in the old days, when everything was in written format, pen and paper format, not digital. Who are the beneficiaries? Sunny Leone, Imran Hashmi, Johnny Sins. I'm not joking. Johnny Sins figured as the beneficiary in, I'm not sure, Narega or which other scheme, but his name came. One thing is for sure, somebody has a sense of humor. Somewhere in, okay, I'm not naming the state. Somewhere in a state in India, one candidate who appeared for an exam basically gave father's name as Imran Hashmi, mother's name as Sunny Leone. Wow, what a combination. Why haven't we thought about it? We should actually get these two on screen. Correct? Feeling hot. No appeals were filed. Clear, people? See, whether it can be politicized, etc., we don't know. But the fact is, I will just go by what Supreme Court asked. 65 lakh names were removed, and Kapil Sibal, who actually presented the case for the opposition, or rather for the petitioners, whoever petitioned, oh my god, this is like the names have been deleted. The way he speaks, very good language. There is Shashi Tharoor and then there is Kapil Sibal, that very baritone wala voice. He said 65 lakh people have been affected. Supreme Court was like, bring one. Kapil Sibal was like, sorry? Bring one. Bring one person to the court. You are telling 65 lakh people are affected. 65 lakh people lost their vote. Fine. Bring at least one person. Bring at least one person from the 65 lakh. That time Kapil Sibal was like, Jaba. It is not there. It is not there. That is the beauty here. Not one person they were able to bring to the court. Got the point here? No appeals were filed. That is the beauty. Clear? Now let us get back. Then why did the Supreme Court criticize the Election Commission? There is a reason now. So in Tamil Nadu and in Kerala now this SIR is being conducted. So basically in Kerala is one state where people would have gone out. Obviously, most of the people are always outside the state. I am also outside the state right now. And in Tamil Nadu right now, some people have already, because it is that Shabarimala season, many people have gone out for Shabarimala, etc. They'll be coming back only very late. And sometimes they'll be coming back only for the Pongal festival. So Supreme Court asked the Election Commission, so what are you going to do for these people who will come only later date? Question is what? Some people are not there for the enumeration list. What will you do for it? For that question that was asked, Commission reported 99.2% digitization has been done despite 56,000 pending forms. Kerala had 97.42% digitization with over 20 lakh pending. That is giving only data. Supreme Court is like, did I ask you for that? Why are you giving me this mechanical response when I am asking you for a solution? That is what irked the Supreme Court. Got the point here? This is the logic. True life dreamer. What is your opinion on repeaters in UPSC? Are already selected but still giving exams. This is very disappointing. Why it is disappointing? Nothing like that. Every human being has a right to aspire for things which are better and improve on their performance. How can you tell somebody you got one rank right? Now come on, be happy with it. Shut and sit, go and join. How can you say that? Will you settle for something lesser when you have 3-4 attempts remaining? You won't. So this article is not over. There is an update of this will be happening again in February. That time we will have to take it up again. Supreme Court has literally asked, what is your next plan? Clear? Can I file complaint online? You can. You can. You should also. Missing children case. Supreme Court directed the union government to provide 6 years of missing children data. Home Ministry must appoint a nodal officer within 2 weeks. The mission Valsalya portal requires consistent updating. Review has been scheduled for February 10th. Missing children data. So the missing children data is generally uploaded in your mission Valsalya portal, which comes under Ministry of Women and Child Development. Is independent judiciary. What's your view on SIR? It has nothing to do with my view. First of all, only see, understand always. Even a faculty's job is not to take the view of the students in a particular direction. But when a faculty speaks, whoever it is, me or anybody, don't use it in your family. Because Indian family thinks with emotion. And you start speaking by facts means that is the fastest way to become the enemy of your own parents. There you act like a total emotional fool. No issues. But apart from your family, you're talking with anybody or somebody talks to you anything, immediately think, are they speaking with facts? That is the most important thing here. So 2-3 things only to understand here. Number one, is it the duty of the Election Commission of India to conduct SIR? Yes, it is the constitutional obligation. Number two, is it so necessary to conduct it? It's been more than 20 years. Number three, does India have a illegal refugee issue? Big time. So we need to conduct it definitely. What are Supreme Court's observation on it? Supreme Court has not stopped SIR. So what is the whole point of asking me, sir, what are your views? I stand by whatever the Supreme Court will say. I stand by the judiciary. I may not be happy with all the verdicts or all the judgments that the judiciary give. But ultimately, I am a citizen of this country and I have to abide by the principles laid down in the Constitution. Correct? I have to abide by it. That's it. End of the story. Correct, Harshida. इसी दिन के लिए पैदा किया था तुम्हें. And one more thing they will say, if you are a girl, they will say, ज्यादा पढ़ लिया है इसलिए तो ज्यादा चिक चिक कर रहा है. उसी दिन तेरा शादी करवाना था. कौन सा दिन? As soon as you would have completed 10th or something. So some prisoners with disabilities. The Supreme Court ordered amendments to prison rules for assistive devices, specialized medical care, and inclusive education. For whom? For the prisoners. For disabled prisoners. Please, Komal Dhadak, understood. Thank you very much for this unwanted, unsolicited, and unwarranted compliment. But please, you're disturbing the YouTube community. Alright. All this negative energy will come back to you as bad luck. Because you're irritating people, like people will be like, this is what you're creating in them. When somebody sees your name, it shouldn't be that people will be like, gaya. That shouldn't be the thing. Naturally, when you elicit hatred in many people with your presence, understand you are a dash, and a dash. Fill it with whatever words you want. So don't be that. Understand? Don't be that. Disabled prisoners must perform daily tasks with dignity. They are now protected under the Rights of Persons with Disabilities Act. That is, disabled prisoners are also protected by this. Penalties under Section 89 impose fines from 10,000 to 50,000. States must submit implementation reports. That is the idea here. So the idea here is disabled prisoners also should have dignity, should be treated with dignity. That is the point here. But again, an interesting question was asked by one of my students in the CCA group. He asked, sir, prisoners are already in jail. How are they going to file a case? I mean, how will they file a case? If at all somebody insults them, how will they file a case? And how will Supreme Court get to know about it? Very valid point. Only two ways. One is NHRC, National Human Rights Commission, and SHRC are supposed to be conducting prison visits to check the conditions of the jail, which is in some Amavasya or Paurnami only they will do. That time they can report it. Number one. Number two, when their advocates come, when NGOs visit, CSOs visit, or legal service authority visits, that time they can do it. Otherwise, all this will remain on paper. That is the reality. Clear? Don't apologize to me, Komal. Please understand. You give gali, you give tarif. For me, it is one and the same. I have a target here, which is basically to complete this for the 2026 students. That's it. That's the only thing for me. I am not, none of this is going to affect me. Trust me. It is not that somebody gives me praise, then I'm like, I don't do that. I don't feel it also. So please, don't irritate others. Acid attack cases. As usual, our judiciary, 16-year-old pending acid attack case was labeled systemic failure. So judiciary, which is going on telling, judiciary is telling, okay, prisoners should be treated with dignity. Please do that. All the missing children data I want of last 6 years. Good. Judicial activism in the right cases, because wherever executive has failed, government has failed in implementing the laws, or the parliament and state legislative assembly has failed in making laws, judiciary will step in. But always it has been an enigma for me, ke bhaiya, judiciary, why don't you clean your own house first? 16 years an acid attack victim had to go from court to court, just for what? To get her compensation. Financial compensation to get that. 16 years. Getting the point here. Why 16 years had to be waited? And this is not just with acid attack victims. This is with almost every victim. Court will say, yes, hereby the court awards 2 lakh. Hereby the court award. See, if it was something like USA or Europe where you have awarded $20 million, 30 million euros, it would have made sense. This is like 2 lakh, 3 lakh, 4 lakh. That's it. Mostly it is 2 lakh, 3 lakh. That's it. 16 years ago means we are talking about 2009 when $1 was 38 rupees. Today $1 is 90. The 2 lakhs back then means today it should be actually close to 4 or 5 lakhs. Today's value. So now after 16 years, even if she gets 2 lakhs today, it is having total value. Value wise, if you see, it is less than 1 lakh. What is she going to do with it? Getting the point here. So judiciary, because it's a single integrated judiciary, Supreme Court should first ensure that whether their own house is in a working order or a working condition. What types of judgments are being given? Who is giving these judges? Clear guidelines you lay down, right? If these are the cases, this happens. This is the punishment you give. Lay it down properly. Then put it out there. Compensation, give it away immediately. This. Tit for tat. Supreme Court verdict. Who has the guts to bypass it? Done. Are they doing it? No. What are they doing? I don't know. What are our politicians doing? I don't know. What is our judiciary doing? I don't know. Recognition of survivors as persons with specified disabilities was sought. That is, survivors should be seen as specified disabilities. See, this acid attack is one such inhuman thing. I have no idea, Kamlesh, why they are not doing it. Court doesn't have the power to make act. It's not an act, right? Or it is about ensuring a guideline, giving a guideline to the district court. Now, what power does Supreme Court is having here to say that I want the data of all the missing children within 6 years? Can't you tell all the district courts whatever pending dues are supposed to be given? All district courts to ensure that the financial compensation which has been awarded to the victims which have been delayed for more than a year should be immediately released. करने में क्या दिक्कत है? What is that big hurdle here? That is not lawmaking. All this you are able to do, right? Why aren't you able to do that? Simple thing. Getting the point here. Exactly. Disabled people, that is the next thing. They don't have awareness of the law. Similarly, here what is the thing? People don't, see, victims don't have awareness, agreed. But you are aware, right? You can, verdict has been given. Verdict is given, that is okay, you will be awarded this much. Court order it is. Implemented, na? What is delaying there? That's the point here. Court asked the union government to consider an ordinance. High courts must report pending trials. Special courts for day-to-day hearings proposed. National Crime Records Bureau recorded 207 incidents in 2023. 57 in one state alone, 31 in another. That you find out which state it is. Getting the point here? Ahmed, better started from January. That would be better. Correct? Judicial backlog. Now let us look into judiciary's performance. All this we discussed, right? The district courts have 4,855 vacancies. High courts have 297 vacancies of what? Judges. Lower courts, lo and behold, has 4.8 crore pending cases. Supreme Court has more than 90,000 cases pending. It was 70,000 in 2021. That means in 4 years, pending cases increased to 20,000. Wow, what an efficiency. Brilliant. That means don't worry. In another 1 year, or not 1 year at this rate, probably it will even hit 1 lakh. UP has 1055 vacancies and more than 1 crore cases pending in lower court. This explains the lawlessness in UP. See, I will tell you, people will say harsher punishment is required. It is not harsher punishment. It is actually quicker conviction. And a policy where you don't give bail that easily. But in our country, what is the problem is, bail is the norm, jail is the exception. That is 99.99999% of the cases, bail is given. On what ground? God Almighty knows. Jail is given only very rarely. Then the case, the trial will go on, keep on going, 10 years, 15 years. Why? Look at the pending cases in UP alone. 1 crore it is, 1 crore. That means I wouldn't be surprised that there are murder cases and rape cases in the state of UP which are pending for actually at least 10 years. So for more than 10 years, the victim does not get what? Justice. People will support it, some people will oppose it. State lower court vacancies, Rakesh, it is filled by the state. Lower court vacancies, not high court and high court, Supreme Court, it is by the judiciary through the collegium. District courts, etc., you have to give the exam. Same thing, because the see, I'll tell you, Shanu, the simple thing I'll tell you. Old law, okay, old criminal law is there. Let us say, now I have filed a case against some person. That person on that day did not come. Then what will happen? Case will get postponed. And when they postpone it, how much they will postpone? By 6 months sometimes. 6 months, straight away. The new law, Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita law, clearly says that if the accused is absent, even in their absence, you can conduct the trial. I would say it is the single most important judicial reform that has been brought into this country since independence. Single most important reform. Because all I have to do is delay a case is just be absent. And the police will go and say, we were not able to find him. He is missing. What will the court do? Court cannot take a stick and come right. Huh? Why didn't you find him? Why didn't you? That they cannot do. They can always say, I couldn't find him. I have always told you, even in my public administration classes, I have told you, there is only one place in this world where you can get away with, I couldn't find it. I don't know. I forgot. These 3 sentences, you can only say it in an Indian government job. In any other part of the world or in any other profession, you say any of these 3 sentences, your bags will be packed for you and they will say, Le lo beta, chal. Pehle hi fursat mein nikal. Leave please. Your services are no more required. Got the point here. Like that, many loopholes are there in the judiciary. Many loopholes are there. Ultimately, district courts can decide. They can decide which cases should be heard on that day. Can you believe it? It's court's discretion. It is not that an automatic roster system is there where, okay, these cases will pop up suddenly. Nothing like that. That judges can decide which cases they will hear that day. Obviously, they will only handpick those cases which they want to hear, or which obviously will involve some benefit or the other. Simple. Things will get delayed. Complete online, brother. Arihar Sudan. Completely going online. Make every record of judiciary online. Because even now today, when we have made everything possibly digital in our country, judiciary continues to be that one area where digitization is still missing. Digitally, all the district courts, high court, Supreme Court, everything should be connected. And all the cases, live video conferencing. So that any time, any Supreme Court judge also can monitor it. And state government should clearly give a reason why they are having these many vacancies. Allahabad High Court alone, 11 lakh pending cases. So it is not a surprise, right? If the Yogi government is going for bulldozer justice and going for shoot at sight, because you take it through this route, it is never going to see any result. But you take it through this route or bulldozer justice, I'm not saying that is justice, but you can see some action is happening. Some action, some decision. It could be good, it could be bad. Depends on perspective, depends on the ground level situation. But on any day, it is better than indecisiveness. A good decision, you take an action. Either it can be bad or good, but you acted. Result is later, consequences later. But you're sitting simply means not taking any action. That is also the reason why these criminals, you are entertaining criminals there. Arey, I did this and nobody caught me. Oh, then I can do something bigger than this. Then let me do something bigger than this. Like that, they'll slowly keep doing bigger and bigger crimes. But you nip it in the bud, cut it in the bud, it's game over. Clear? This weekly CA class by you with clear note being discipline be sufficient enough. Should I enroll in a batch? Ahmad, if you're disciplined enough, you can do it by yourself. That's all I would say. But if you want but you will have to do a lot of preparation from your end. Lot of hunting you will have to do. You enroll in a batch, things will go in an orderly way. So if money is not an issue, you may consider PW courses. Visit the website, check out a few demo classes, then decide. Don't blindly come and join. Always, wherever it is, not only PW, wherever you plan to join also, ask definitely, I want to sit for 2 classes, watch the demo, only then I will take it up. Tell it to them, demand it from them. Child marriage and protection. Just Rights for Children prevented 22,480 child marriages across 38 districts of Rajasthan. Just imagine. Anybody from Rajasthan here? Anybody? Exactly, Shanu. Absolutely, Anu. Judiciary requires it. Why there is a summer vacation in court? God Almighty knows. Something is exactly. Who is there, Utkarsh? Who will do it? Simran. You're from Rajasthan. Then congratulations to you because never your child marriage. Because you never got married as a child. Boys will be happy, I guess, because boys are like from the day, Indian boys especially, the day they are born, one big dream what most of them have is my first night. It is true. It is true. Especially northern India, especially it is a little on the higher side, I would say. Not that southern Indian men are not desperate to get married. That is not what I'm saying. But let us say in the state of Kerala, men can friend zone women. Got the point? Because more women are there. More women are there in Kerala. So we can say, sorry, you're only my good friend. We can do that. But in the rest of India, it is probably the ulta. Girls friend zoning the boys. But anyway, jokes apart, Rajasthan child marriage prevalence is 25.4% versus the national 23.3%. Payal, oh my god. Payal, congratulations to you also if you have not got married. Alright. Lower course of always having a party. 2 districts exceed 40%, 9 exceed 30%. A national 100-day movement supports elimination of child marriage by 2030. Got the point here, people? So congratulations. I learned this from my Mallu friends. Correct. Okay, sir. Thank you for your guidance. I got it. And no one else says, should we ignore it or do something about it? Nidhi Kumari. So Nidhi is asking a question that she knows many people where child marriage has happened and they are having children. I know people from my own class only who got married when they were still in their 12th or even 11th, etc. So she is asking, should we do something about it? Because this is against right to equality and da. Do you have money? Interfere. Do you have power? Interfere. You don't have both. 5-star khao or kuch mat karo. Got the point here? Never ever interfere in those matters where you are going to invite trouble. See, trouble will come to you in your life. You are born as a human being or as an animal, you will have trouble. Please understand, it is not that, okay, if I reach here, no more trouble in my life. Nothing like that. Every step in life is nothing but a gateway to next set of troubles. Always remember that. Power is not there, money is not there. 5-star kavo, kuch mat karo. 5-star is again cheap. 5 rupees also you will get. Sit and eat it and keep quiet. That's it. Clear? Exactly. Always remember that. Malnutrition. Dharma. What dharma? Whose dharma? Array, parents who conducted the wedding don't have trouble. The girl and the boy, they are waiting for the wedding to get over and go for their first night. All those people are not worried about their dharma or their karma. Then me who went to eat free food, why should I worry? Got the point here? If you ask the girl also sometimes, why don't you want to come out of this? Nah, I want to get married. Girl will say. Boy is also, even I am also happy to get married. Then why are you worried? Got the point? This is the reality. So don't actually think all this. In India, it will never work. You try to go or be a hero or a heroine, they will make a keema out of you and serve that also to the guest. Why you want to do all that? Malnutrition. Under 5 population is over 13.7 crore. 6.6 crore children are registered on the portion tracker. That is to basically track malnourishment. 6.44 crore were screened. 52% were stunted. Not having requisite height for their age. Wasted or underweight. Wasted means not having the requisite weight for their height. As of October 2020, 52% means more than 3 crore. 3 crore children below 5 years are stunted, wasted. Stunted or wasted. One of this. Sarwar Khan, I read it. My married when she was. That is okay. Your grandmother, right? That's Zamana. That is fine. But live-in relationships is trouble. See, there is a difference. That is what most people will say. Live-in relationship means, please understand, they are two people, consenting people are coming into it. In child marriages, what happens is when you literally see their faces, it's literally like two children, like standing like this. That guy will be basically wearing a coat. That is, coat is important in a wedding. That coat, you can, one look at it, you know, it is passed on from generation to generation. You can keep 3-4 people inside that coat. That big the coat is. Because see, the point is very simple. Wherever this child marriage happens, now let us take up that also. Wherever child marriage happens, अरे वाह, दावे के साथ I can tell you, these are the places in our country which is very bad for women. दावे के साथ. Because these are the places, I've told this in class also, these are the places where infant mortality rate will be high. Because young age they are marrying. Maternal mortality rate also will be high. Most of these young girls will die in the first delivery itself. Female literacy rate obviously will be very, very low. Like in Rajasthan and all, you can forget literacy. Female PT side will be very high because in these places, son preference also will be very high because they hedge dowry related death. Domestic abuse. Before breakfast, after breakfast, before lunch, before dinner, after dinner, abuse from husband, physical, mental, from mother-in-law, father-in-law. All this. Absolutely, it can. Clear. Females against Dharma than Karnataka. Means IISC 26. I did not understand your point there. IMR, infant mortality rate. Got the point here. Yeah, eve teasing, all that. That is what I meant. Harassment. All this will be very high. Southern states, Karnataka is the state. Karnataka is the only, I'm not telling only, compared to the other southern states, Telangana, Andhra, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Karnataka has a higher rate in all these. Karnataka has a relatively higher rate. Got the point here? See, Jayashree, the point is very simple. Wherever woman is just seen as a property or as a burden, this thought process will be there. I am not telling in the states of Kerala, Tamil Nadu, etc., women are treated like goddess. Nothing like that. But if you come on a comparative basis, when you compare what is happening in Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Andhra, Telangana to rest of India, this will look slightly better. That's it. Not that domestic violence cases or rape cases, etc., does not happen in anywhere. Got the point here? Ishvara. Ah, yeah. Oh, yeah. West Bengal is also there. Clear? Arey, yaar, server can't stop spamming the chat section, man. You're in 10th standard, right? Go sit and study your 10 rather than, what is it, spamming the YouTube chat section. He will do drama only. I am from Kerala. Archana ji, how are you ji? Digital governance and communication. Government is restructuring communication network. And is expanding Indian Information Service rules. IIS. Indian Information Service. That they are going to broaden it now. Pahalgam attack took place and we answered with Operation Sindoor. Operation Sindoor, we literally gave enough trouble for Pakistan. We won it also. But the narrative war has gone to such extent where people sitting in India telling, we also lost our Rafale. They are like, who said? There are many social media accounts. Which social media account? Where is the Rafale broken piece then? Where is the pilot then? That and all we don't, but in social media it is there. This is what has happened. Narrative war, India did lose. Because like our armed forces have said, the center of gravity of the S-400 and the center of gravity. Center of gravity kya hota hai and S-400 mein kya lena dena hai? How is S-400 and center of gravity related to each other? And our dear Kapil Sharma's biggest competition, Shahbaz Sharif, इन्होंने S-400 को गिरा दिया. S-400, still now that Prime Minister does not know, it is not something that is flying. It is on the ground. It is an anti-missile, anti-drone, anti-aircraft, state-of-the-art, best missile system in the world. That he doesn't know even now. Wonderful. So, award has been given for losing a battle. Somebody has been made Field Marshal. What did India do? Other than conducting press conferences, using their female officers, nothing. But before even India could even catch up with what was happening, Chinese funded, agencies literally went on an overdrive to show that India lost things. China had to show it because Pakistan was using Chinese technology. And anybody who has used a Chinese phone will tell you one thing. If you are lucky, it will last for a very long time. If you are unlucky, within 2 months only, its Antim Sanskar will happen. So basically, this is what is happening now. Indian Information Service roles, government is planning to expand it. Why? To keep a structured communication. The 2016 cadre restructuring added multiple senior posts. A board on communication is under consideration. 40 embassies may get dedicated Indian Information Service posts. In other words, yeah, gira diya. They are gira diya. Kya gira diya? I mean, what sasta nasha are they taking, man? From where are they taking? God knows. Them and their armed forces. Oh, Ishwara. 40 embassies may get dedicated Indian Information Service post. So tomorrow, if you get Indian Information Service as your service also, don't sit and cry. It means that you have an opportunity still to serve in a foreign embassy without the responsibilities of being an ambassador. Only if some important information is there you need to give, right? Otherwise, what? Again, 5-star khao, kuch mat karo. Got the point? Correct. चले तो चांद तक ना चले तो शाम तक. I let them sit and discuss, man. They have to. Masirra. What is the reason? See, I cannot talk about Tamil Nadu, other states, etc. But I will tell you, people are more aware. That is the main criteria here. People are more aware of the laws, their rights, etc. In UP and in many other parts. So, I remember, like I have told this in my class earlier. So, one of my friend, who is not from these states, he's from North India basically, or I will put it bluntly, he's from Rajasthan. So, he was having some issue with his girlfriend. So, they had some private photos, etc. Blah, 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 blah. तो ही वॉज लाइक उसकी ना मैं औकात दिखाती हूँ, उसकी ना मैं ऐसी करूंगा, मैंने वैसे करूंगा. I was like, I initially thought, okay, out of anger he's talking. But later I understood this fellow was literally serious of leaking these photographs to show a lesson, to teach a lesson. After a point, I lost it. Because see, what happens is now, when you prepare for UPSC, you will have that urge. That urge will be there to give the truth, give the facts. With your parents, you can shut your mouth and sit because you know it's a lost cause. There is no point in arguing with them. But with your best friends or with your friend circle, at least you will be like, listen, this is not how it works. I told him, do you even know that even you're keeping those photos in your phone? For that alone, a case can be filed against you. Do you even know that? Keeping pornographic videos also in your phone or the private nude photos of another female with her consent, without her consent, even on that also, as per IT Act, they can seize your phone. He was like, ऐसा थोड़ी ना होता है. I was like, ऐसा ही होता है. If they want to screw up your life, they can do it. So I told him that. Then he was like, but I don't care. I will release it. Then I said, if you release it, then don't worry. Your life is going to get even more ruined. Now you will go to jail for at least 5 to 6 years. One complaint from her is enough. And if she commits suicide, that is abetment to suicide. You will get another 3-4 years. So 10 years, you're going to go to jail. Are you ready for it? With each data or detail that I was giving him, I could see his eyes widening and his mouth opening. His jaw was literally parting apart, welcoming all the insects and the dust, whatever was there in that area. He was like, yaar, don't scare me. I said, this is the law. Don't you know this or what? So when you are a UPSC aspirant, you think that, hey, ye to sab jante honge. Actually, no. To be very honest, what UPSC aspirants know in this country, right? Rest of the Janta doesn't know. There is a clear lack of awareness of law. That is the problem here. Getting the picture? So this is the point here. So that awareness is the main issue. So in southern states, if you actually see, comparatively, awareness is more. Even women know what rights do they have, what they should do. Apart from this, I will tell you, state of Kerala is the only police force. Now, I have been to Delhi, I have been to Chennai, I have been to Hyderabad, Bangalore, etc. But in the state of Kerala, I have seen one thing. FIR is filed within the first 24 hours itself. You go and file a complaint, they have a person called a writer who will take down your complaint. They will write it. In other stations, you have to write the complaint. In Kerala, the writer will take down the complaint and they will make it an FIR immediately. It is a Supreme Court direction only being followed in the state of Kerala. I don't know about the other states, but as far as I search the data, only in Kerala it is happening. That is the reality. Clear, people? Oh God. Dhruva digital addressing. Dhruva, it is basically a new planned scheme. It is to introduce digital address labels. This is by Post Office. DigiPin, which will have a 10-character code covering 14 square meters. India can generate 228 billion DigiPins. A Section 8 entity may administer the system. That means, just like what we have now, instead of this long addresses, right, that is in some places and all, Bangalore especially, name of the building, then the road, then the cut road, then the pin code, then a landmark, then near this, like that some 5 to 6 lines will be there. Instead, what they are telling is that big address, whatever is there, that will be converted to XXXXX at one alphanumeric code or digipin, 10-character code. One digital code is enough. So your post office guy will have what? Just type the digital code and it will show you are 5 minutes away from your location. He can walk and go and deliver the letter. What has made this possible now? This has become possible thanks to Aadhaar linking of land. Land, because you're linking it with Aadhaar, this has become possible. Clear? Odisha education. Transition rate from secondary to higher education is just 70.3%. Means what? Close to 30% will drop out. Gross enrollment ratio declined from 2018 to 2023. Between 1,50,000 and 5,47,000 children discontinued schooling. Dropout range ranged from 3.1 to 7.26. 61,487 out of school children were not reintegrated. Poverty could be a reason. Lack of poor infrastructure. All these could be a reason. Got the picture here? And not having enough toilets also. If the girl children, especially when you're having girl students, etc., you don't have toilets, automatically what will happen? Automatically you will have what? The children stopping to come to school. Clear? Moving on. Odisha water stress. Odisha ranked 32 out of 37 in piped water coverage. 83% lacked connections in 2021. In 2023, 41% of villages lacked safe drinking water. A 160 village study showed high willingness to pay and willingness to accept for clean water. So observe this. Not having water, not having proper schooling. What are the standard of education in Kerala? Are they same as they were a decade ago? See, standard of education has fallen everywhere. Standard of education, it is universal, right? Universal when I say pan-India, it is the same, right? It is not that the rest of the country got upgraded in their education and Kerala education suffered. No. In fact, Kerala, you meet every other person whom you meet on the road will be probably a graduate or even more better, postgraduate. Which is the state with the highest unemployment in the country. People will say, Kerala sir, literacy sir. Kerala sir, literacy sir. That same state is only having the highest unemployment rate. Why highest? That many graduates, that many postgraduates, but no job. Clear? Arey yaar. Writer post is actually supposed to be there. It is, see, law and order depends from state to state because it's a state subject. It is a state subject. So to an extent, it is to do with the level of types of government that was there in Kerala. The people, everything matters there. Correct, Praveen B. Pillai. Postgraduate with no punny. So bottom line is, if you again go back to that diagram again, the places wherever you're seeing this, right, where women are relatively not treated well, relatively, in all those places, you will find these issues. Poor education, poor infrastructure. So if you actually look at it, we have water shortage. We have education crisis. We have high unemployment. We don't have clean air. But none of this matters. What matters is 4 lines of Vande Mataram. That is actually apparently very, very important. I'm telling you, right, after a certain point, when you prepare UPSC and when you're in the field of UPSC, totally going by facts and merit of a discussion or an argument, you will end up being apolitical. That is what I will tell you again and again. Stay apolitical. You support any one party, your life will get ruined. It is better to stay apolitical, but be supportive of government. Why you should be supportive of government? Because it is elected. Center, state, local bodies also. Clear? Sir, you think also in English? No, I think in Malayalam. Urban environment, stress and pollution. Dust contributes to 30% of PM10 in Mumbai. So some people who are staying in Delhi, they always blame. Delhi, the pollution level is because of stubble burning. Fine. If that is the case, means explain what is the reason for high pollution in Mumbai then. The real reason, be it for almost all the cities in our country, the real reason is dust. Huge quantities of dust. That is the main reason. Dust again because of construction. Because all these metropolitan cities, if you see, they all are what? Places of real estate boom, real estate mafia. Every day you will see some building is being built or some building is being demolished. Be it the construction of the building or be it the demolition. None of this are done in a scientific manner. Even though Supreme Court guidelines are there that you should cover it up, you should collect the dust, you should go and deposit somewhere, all that are there, it is not followed. Because Supreme Court can issue any number of guidelines that they want. It is ultimately left to the municipal authorities of that area. That is Mumbai means municipal corporation. Mumbai, to ensure that this construction follows all the checklists. They won't do it. Why? Because for any municipality, their biggest source of revenue, own source of revenue, is property tax. Jitna zyada property, utna zyada tax. More the number of property, more the number of tax. Why will any municipal authority let go of it? So construction, first issue. Broken roads, second issue. Third issue, vehicles. How many new vehicles are really on the road? If you really see, Indian mentality is very plain and simple. Middle class mentality, obviously, one vehicle, lifelong. That vehicle they'll keep using till lifelong. Because easily when you buy that favorite vehicle of yours, it will take at least 5 to 6 years to pay all the EMI. Then you will feel like, abhi to EMI khatam hua hai. Now only this vehicle has become mine. Now only the EMI has got completed. Let me feel the ownership. Another 6 years. 6 plus 6, 12 years. Until and unless that car, whatever you're owning, is not a Japanese manufactured car, whichever other car it is, the engine will be a gone case. Engine will be a definite gone case. And it will pollute. Diesel vehicles, you can forget it. Diesel vehicles are big trucks, big buses that ply in our country. I mean, You can, what is it? You want, what is it? You want instant death? Just go and stand near a bus. The smoke that comes out of it is more than enough. Dark black color it will be, clearly indicating the health of the engine. Clear. Because the education system was never reformed. In the last 30-40 years, this is the first reform that has happened in that is the last reform that took place in education was in 1980s. After that, they never updated it. Number one. Number two, in India, universities don't have the freedom to update the syllabus according to the market demand. They have to follow the guidelines of UGC, which is University Grants Commission. Until and unless a guideline comes from UGC, they will not update it. That is the reason we fell back. And if you actually see from the 90s onwards, this whole thing happened. Get an MBA, you will get into this foreign company. You can work in USA, you can work in Europe. So India focused on creating employees for the developed nations. Parents used to say, my son is working with Wipro now. My son is working with Windows, Microsoft, etc. Parents took pride in it. We never took pride in what? Creating our own Microsoft or Apple. That is the reason. Mumbai PM 2.5 rose from 35.2 to 36.1 micrograms per cubic meter between 2019 to 24. One suburb recorded 434 micrograms per cubic meter. Only 400 of 1,000 construction sites installed sensors, 117 are non-functional. That means High Court actually issued guidelines telling what and all are the 28 guidelines were issued. In that 28 guideline, one guideline was to install sensors. In 1,000 construction sites, imagine 1,000 construction sites in Mumbai city alone. 1,000. Out of that 1,000, only 400 installed what? Sensors. Out of that 400, 117 was not working. Clear? Fortuner and Scorpio cars are getting banned. I don't think so, Harshita. Why will they ban it? Maybe diesel cars can get banned. That is a different scenario again. But they will not touch it like that because the higher end vehicles, your Benz, Audi, BMW, they all use it. I don't think it's a real news. Don't trust it. Let it come fully in the paper because government had earlier tried doing it. But that is again going to affect the country only because these vehicles won't get sold. These vehicles won't get sold, so India will be seen as a destination not favorable for the automobile market. So foreign companies will not come here, set up their factories or anything here. Polluting more, then they should first take out Tata's trucks, right? Nothing pollutes anything, the Indian roads like Tata's trucks. Which Tata's truck is there which is having, wow, what a nice smell. What fresh air is coming from the exhaust. Show me one. Clear. One major metropolis averaged above 100 micrograms per cubic meter for 15 years. PM 2.5 average in 2024 was 104.7. PM 2.5 exposure caused 3.8 million deaths between 2009 to 2019. That is 38 lakhs. 38 lakhs people. Lakh people got killed during this time period. Rising lung cancer in non-smokers indicates ambient pollution impacts. That is, earlier, if you are a smoker, if you smoked, more than 50% of the people who used to come to the hospital, etc., they were the cancer patients there. Smokers. These days, what is happening is we are basically witnessing that around women. 40% of the cancer patients today are women, thanks to the polluted air. Clear? Urban governance failures. State executives dominate governance. Municipalities have weak finances. Parastatals control core urban services. Large metropolitan investments prioritize megacities over municipal capacity. Very quickly, I will tell you few information for you. So, Election Commission of India conducts elections for states as well as state, central government, correct? But State Election Commission should conduct the election of panchayat and municipality. Who should appoint the State Election Commission? State, which state governments never does. Why, I will tell you later. Next thing is what? There is a Central Finance Commission that decides on the fund sharing between state and center. How the taxes should be shared between the two. Hello, people. Am I audible? And am I visible? We ran into a slight technical issue here. Yes, welcome back to you all too. Just give me a minute here, people. We're still trying to figure few things out here. Just give me a minute, people. Oh, wonderful. ECI and CEC. ECI, okay. ECI and CEC. Oh, this one I believe, right? Like, oh, Ishvara. Ramya Sri Krishna. I and a Mone. Ah. Oof. People, are you able to see me? Am I audible and am I visible? Just confirm it once again and please tell me from which topic we were about to continue. I hope this was done. Urban governance failures. Not this one. Yeah, we were here. This we finished. And we were doing this topic here. Urban governance failures. And I just started explaining this. Both is okay. All right. The Election Commission of India conducts state and central election. It is a state election commission that is supposed to conduct the panchayat and municipality election. But state will never appoint the state election commission. SCC has to be appointed by whom? By the state. But state will never do that. Why they won't do, we will see it later. Here, Central Finance Commission has to decide on the distribution between the state and the center, the distribution of the taxes. So this is as per Article 324. This is as per Article 280. Similarly, between the panchayats and the municipalities also, State Finance Commission will decide the division of taxes between panchayats and municipalities. That is, whatever state fund is, state will have its fund, right? Within that fund, how much should go to panchayat, how much should go to municipality? It should be based on SFC's recommendation, State Finance Commission. But that also, state will not appoint it. Got the point here? State will not appoint it properly. Next thing. CAG, Comptroller and Auditor General. They will audit both the central account and state account. But it will be very surprising for you to know that CAG does not audit the accounts of Panchayat and municipality. Got the point here? I am already in Bangalore, Akash. I am not going anywhere. All the people out there, I am living in Bangalore. I am not in Noida. I am not in North India. I am in the favorite city of my entire career, teaching career, Bangalore. Nammuru, Bangalore. Alright. So, what is the logic here? Logic is very simple. Panchayats and municipalities actually get large chunk of their revenue in the form of grants from center and states. How much is that money? 90% of the total money that Panchayat and municipalities gets, that is in the form of grants. From where? Center and state put together. So, center is very clear. Center is telling, let us develop grassroots democracy, let us develop the Panchayat, let us develop the municipality. But the reality here is state doesn't want to do it. Because if Panchayat is doing all the work in the villages, that is road development, electricity, internet, food, everything Panchayat is doing, municipality is doing all the work in the city, then why do you need a state government? What will state government do? Only law and order. Because all local level matters, sanitation, water, electricity, internet, is being taken care by the local bodies, means what is the purpose of the state? So states doesn't like to give away powers to Panchayat and municipalities. So what do? They won't conduct the elections on time. Exception is again the state of Kerala. Very recently, the Kerala local body elections got completed. I think today only the results came out. Panchayats and municipalities, state don't want to conduct it. So if I don't want to conduct it, means how will I do it? Now I cannot say I'm not going to conduct the election. That I cannot do. Why? Because this is a constitutional provision. 73rd and 74th Constitutional Amendment Act. I know some of you will say, sir, it is 72nd and 73rd. When it was introduced, 72nd and 73rd. By the time it was actually passed, it became 73rd and 74th. So, state, it's a constitutional provision that you should conduct election to Panchayat and municipalities. And the election has to be conducted through State Election Commission. States are like, fine, we will conduct the election, but we will not appoint this body. Fine, we will decide on the sharing of funds, but I will not appoint SFC. That means financial freedom is taken out. Elections are never held on time. Automatically, what will happen to the panchayats and municipalities? They will have to bend down before the state government. Complete control will be there with the state government. How does state government control the panchayats and municipalities? If you're talking about panchayats in the rural area, it is controlled by the district collector. If you're talking about municipalities, it is controlled by the municipal commissioner. Both are what? Funding matters also. Any money that the panchayat or the municipality requires for any scheme, IAS has to sign it. Auditing reports also, CAG does not audit it. Ultimately, that auditing report also, that is also what? Blessing of IAS. That means municipalities and panchayats in our country are nothing but bureaucrat-dominated body. Bureaucrat dominates there, especially you people, IAS officers. Kerala has no problem. Why other states have problem? Like I told you, Kamlesh, awareness. Awareness it is. I told this earlier in my PubAd class. I'll tell it here also. So one of my colleague, one of my friend again, whom I know, who is working with the central government. So he was having an issue with his senior. Alright, his senior issued a order, an office order, telling that what are the duties of a clerk. Everything he wrote, and the last point, and any other work as and when required by the senior clerk should be done by senior superintendent or somebody, it was senior superintendent, should be done by the clerk without fail, failing which the actions will be taken according to central civil service rules, blah 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 blah. He has written. It came in the email. My friend here, what he did, he took out a copy of it, barged into, I'm telling you, barged, not what is it literally, sir, excuse me, I have something to discuss. Entered into the assistant commissioner's office, GST department, kept the order copy there, and he said, what does it mean by the last point? So he just read it. Any other work given, what is wrong in this? What is wrong in this? So my friend, he just looked at him. He was literally showing it to me, literally showing all his Kathakali expression while he was narrating the story. So he said, any other work means if he asked me to go and buy fish from the market, should I do that also? What does it mean by any other work? In which central civil service rules it is written that whatever work is given by the senior, a subordinate has to do. Which rule he has quoted? I want to know it now. Imagine. I am not going to disclose the state from which these other two officers are from. But my friend was from the state of Kerala, and this had happened in an office in the state of Kerala. Central government office in the office of Kerala. Commissioner looked at it for some more time, looked at him. Commissioner was like, you can let it go. It is not such a big thing. He was like, it's an official order. I want clarity. Commissioner just kept the paper on the side, took the phone. He called that particular superintendent office and he asked, what is this here? So he said, what is wrong in this? Superintendent also asked. Finally, my commissioner also asked the same question. In which rule book it is there? Superintendent started sweating, hyperventilating, was getting real angry. Commissioner just told him, listen, go change it and come. Remove that last line, the rest you can keep. My friend told he walked out of that that room, feeling like Bahubali. Do you think in other states will this be possible? Number one. Number two, will other states officers also will be so aware to the point where they will quote central civil service rules? Show me where it is written. Question, food for thought. Getting the point here. This is how it goes. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ IISc. ಏನು ಹೇಳಬೇಕು ಇವಾಗ? So this is the logic. Clear? Climate transition and coal phase out. India ranked 23 in the Climate Change Performance Index 2025. Coal contributes over 50% of the total energy and 75% of electricity. It is very easy to say, let us not use coal, let us not use coal. The fact of the matter is there are many places here in our country which are actually still in the dark. And renewable energy, whatever they are talking about, solar power, battery power, that power, this power, it has not reached to that level where we can replace coal and make it very profitable. Got the point here. So it is never going to be easy. We will have to rely on coal at least for a few more years. Renewables are, coal contributes over 50%. Renewables are half of the installed capacity. But only 1/5 of them are in generation. That is the beauty. Installed capacity, we have reached half. Installed capacity means 50, that is 100 giga, total energy is 100 watt. That 50 watt installation has been done of what? Renewable energy. But only how much is working? 1/5. That means, let us say 100 watt is the total. 50 watt we have installed. In that 50, only 1/5 is working. 10 watt is only actually working. Remaining, it is yet to start or yet to take off or yet to reach that critical level. Absolutely. IIT Madras last year and I want to crack UPSC. ரொம்ப நல்ல விஷயம் கண்ணா. ஆனா ஃபர்ஸ்ட் வந்து உன்னோட இன்ஜினியரிங்கில் நல்லா ஃபோக்கஸ் பண்ணு, நல்ல வேலை கிடைக்கிற மாதிரி மார்க் ஸ்கோர் பண்ணு, கேம்பஸ் பிளேஸ்மெண்ட்டில் ஒரு நல்ல கம்பெனியில் வேலை கிடைக்கிற மாதிரி பர்ஃபார்மும் பண்ணுங்க. மீதி இருக்கிறது அதுக்கப்புறம் பார்த்துக்கலாம். It's okay. It's just some local conversation. Don't worry. Nothing important from UPSC perspective. Chile cut coal from 43.6% to 17.5% using carbon tax and stricter norms. So Chile brought it down. From coal, they brought it down from 43.6 to 17.5. See, Chile can do it. It's a small country. Diversity is very, very less. It's common people, common culture. In our country, the moment we want to bring electricity, one section will say, we did not get electricity. Another section will say, oh my God, my environment is in danger. Clear? This is the point. Yeah, I was speaking in Tamil, by the way. Kamal Hassan voice. If Kamal Hassan hears it, he will commit suicide. My good Lord. India may lose 3 to 10% of GDP by 2100 from heat stress. Before that, we all will die, so don't worry. Nothing to worry here. Infant mortality rises 14% per 1 gigawatt of coal capacity increase. Babies will die faster. Why? Particulate matter 2.5. I will tell you, already in our body, I will tell you, already in our body we have PM 2.5, we have microplastics, we have antibiotics. So there is a very good chance that why youngsters are dying anywhere between in 30 to 50 years. And yes, not to forget, we also have Dhira, 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 E Sultana. Dhira, 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 E Sultana. All this we are having. So 30 to 50 years, there is a high chance that people will die of heart attack, brain stroke, and other cardiovascular diseases. Because stress levels also, if it develops inside your body, not necessarily that everybody should get a heart attack. Lungs can get affected, liver can get affected, your pancreas can get affected, anything can get affected. All right. Now, some people are there who are God's children. They have wonderful parents. You people, you are very lucky. All right. I am talking about the majority here. All these factors are there. My point of telling this is, if you survive beyond the age of 50, go and celebrate it. That is, I am right now in this zone. Tick, 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 tick. Kuch bhi ho sakta hai. So I checked my horoscope. They said that I will be a witness to all the global warming because I've done enough karma that I will stay alive for a very long time. All right. So that is the thing here. Naturally reducing eye power. I don't know. But you will have to, it is better if you go for a LASIK surgery, if the doctors are suggesting it. All right. Coal phase out is possible only by 2050. That is what they are telling. By 2050, what would have happened is a good number of population, like I told you, between this age would have already died. And the youngsters who are there right now, they are already in that phase where, no, I don't want to marry, I don't want to have children. Clear? Sir, is something going good? Well, your heart is beating right. That's good news. You're still alive. And now coming to all the economic related topics. Correct, I am. In village, so no pollution. Good. Telugu, Kadu, Radu, I think you say, right? Telugu, I tried learning. It is very difficult as far as I have seen it. It's a little difficult for me. I know only a few words here and there. M and D and all that. I am not very fluent. I mean, I don't know ABCD of it. Open market operation. What is open market operation? Open market operation is the thing where RBI will give money or pay rupees to the banks by government securities. What are government securities? That is another discussion altogether that we will do on some other day. As of now, understand, some papers, some certificates, they are buying from the bank. Think of it like that. They are buying the certificates from the bank and they are giving the banks what? Rupees. So banks will have more money with them. Okay. Banks will have more money with them. Buying or selling it is. Both it can be there. RBI does this. So now banks will have more money. More money is there with the bank. When more money is there with the bank. Next question. How does a bank make money? Banks, will they make money from loans or will they make the money from deposits like fixed deposit, current account deficit, savings deposit? From what will a bank make money? Arshita, I am with you. Okay. Repo rate is different, my dear Sai Kumar Dasavatu. Big can of you. Loan, everybody clear? Sunanda, Aditi, loan. From loan only they make money. Because we pay interest to the bank. Deposit is what will give you. Devika JH. Devika, when you put money in the bank, deposit in the bank, you earn money. Correct. Bank is giving you interest. Banks will not get anything out of it. But when I take a loan, that is where banks get their money from. Because monthly they are getting a return. So loans are the real assets of a bank. Deposits are liabilities. Because tomorrow if you go, Devika, if you go tomorrow and say, give me my money, they have to give it to you. They have to give it to you. Got the point? That is why this is a liability, whereas this is an asset. So more money is there with the bank. Now when more money is there with the bank, will banks try to give more loan or less loan? Next question. When banks are having more money, will they give more loan or less loan? I'm having more loan. I'm a bank. I have more money with me. So will I give more loan or will I give less loan? More loan. Clear? More loan. Kunal, please restrict to the topic under discussion. I cannot take an entire monetary policy in a 1 hour class. No economics faculty also will be able to do that. Stick to the topics here first. When repo rate, reverse repo rate comes in the newspaper, that time we will clear it. This is not an economic class. Please understand. This is a current affair class where we have to touch on all the core topics. More loan, all are clear on that. So more loan. Okay. So we are clear on this. They will like to give more loans. Fine. But public is there, na? Public is there. When will public go and take money from the bank? Public, when will they take a loan? Will they take it when interest rate is high? Or when interest rate is low? Arihar, that means the bank has collapsed. Bank has failed. Not when they, not. It's not about when they need. Obviously, people, nobody will go to a bank, just like that. My question is very, very clear. Learn to answer to the question, people. When interest rate is low, you are clear on that? Clear. So, therefore, bank should keep low interest or high interest then. If more money is there with the bank, banks have to give loan. That means interest rates, they have to keep it low to attract the customer. That means the pathway is what? So it comes down. More money. It goes for more loans. From more loans, it goes for this. and from there it travels this direction. This is the path. Clear till here? Got this picture till here? In this particular case, that is what RBI did, putting more money into the banks so that banks have more money. They will lend at a low interest rate to the people. People will come and buy it. Clear till here? Now, $1,000,000 question. Why will RBI do this? RBI is doing this simply because inflation is less. Inflation is less. That means overall in the economy, demand is not very high. Because the logic is very simple. If demand is high, what will happen to the price? Price will increase and therefore inflation will increase. But if demand is low, there will be a price drop and inflation will drop. Getting the point here? Automatically another question. Why has inflation decreased? Because if you look at it, 145 crore people are there in this country. Agreed, some are children, some are old people. But still, we are a huge economy. Then how is it that this is at low inflation? Because if you look at it, a few months back, what did government do with the income tax? More than 12 lakhs if your annual salary is, only then you need to pay the income tax. GST also, they brought it down. Both of this was done by to put money into hands of people. Got the point here? To put money into hands of people. But later they discovered that has not happened. Ulta, what happened was, people started clearing EMIs. Foreclosure of loans. Purchase of gold plus silver. Land plus property. This actually increased. You know why? Uncertainty. You have no idea when your job is going to go. So rather than buying all those stuff, basically they decided, let me clear my EMI. Let me purchase gold and silver. Let me purchase property. Because property prices will increase. Very good. Share market also. I'm coming to that. Thank you for reminding. Who is that? Harihar Sudan. Very good. Share market also, if you notice, domestic investors kept on increasing. Even when foreign investors were leaving. Got the picture? Domestic investors entering share market. Foreign investors are leaving. Now you are going on closing EMI or foreclosure of loans. What is going to happen with the money available in the bank? Again, more money is available. Everybody are coming and closing it. So to increase that only, to encourage again the lending process, on one side, what are they doing? They are doing what? Open market operations. On another side, one more thing they did, reducing the repo rate. RBI did this. What is repo rate? Repo rate is the rate at which banks borrow from RBI. RBI, bank. RBI will give money. banks will have to pay interest at whatever repo rate. At repo rate, banks will pay the interest to the RBI. RBI will reduce the interest, means what? Banks have to pay lesser money. Again, bank will have more money, so that bank will lend out. One thing. Plus, existing EMIs, whatever are there. If you have taken a property loan, vehicle loan, etc., their EMI and all will come down. So, EMIs will come down. Again, I will have more money in my hands. Got the point? Reverse repo, not now. Not now. Because if I touch reverse repo, I'll have to touch on cash reserve ratio, everything. Got the point? The idea is to put more money into the hands of the bank, so that banks will lend it out. And again, reduce the EMI, so that ultimately people will have money. Purchase of gold and silver. What did that lead to? Gold and silver, it is not really available in our country. So what is the next thing possible? You will have to import it. Is it not beneficial to have less inflation for middle class? For a large country like India, if the inflation continues to be very low, that only it's a sign of that the economy, hardly any growth is happening in the economy. Inflation, when you are talking about middle class inflation, whatever we are suffering from, let us say high property prices, that is still there. Petrol, diesel prices, that is still high. Then which inflation are we talking about? Okay, food and vegetables. That is hardly a part of our budget. Education, school tuition, college tuition fees, salary, etc. Where is it reducing? All those prices are still very high. This has increased what? Increased the imports. And that has led to what? Rupee value depreciating. $1 today is more than 90 rupees. Land and property going up. Well, this is like money is locked. Correct? You buy the land, you leave it there. Then after years together, you will sell it. That's it. There is any chance to decrease gold cost? There is no clause. Jayashri, just because you have gold reserve doesn't mean that all are capable of commercial extraction. What is commercial extraction? That is, there is an input cost involved in taking out that gold, then converting it into the usable format. Then that much cost what you have, right? That should be very less. But that is not the case. The commercial extraction cost is very, very high. You cannot extract it. Clear? This is the point. Coming back. Open market operation purchase of 1 lakh crore announced. 50,000 crore was purchased on December 11. Another 50,000 crore purchased later in the month. 50,000 crore purchase means government securities. 3 open market tranches of 20,000 crore each for January, February, totaling 60,000 crore. 3-year United States dollar Indian rupee swap of dollar 5 billion announced in December. Separate 5 billion swap scheduled on January 31, 25, injecting 43,000 crore on February 4, 2025. 6-month swap withdraws the same liquidity and maturity. Previous 5 million swap on April 26 matured in October. Variable rate repo of 50,000 crore scheduled for February. Liquidity deficit widened to 3.13 lakh crore on January 27, 2025. What does this mean? What does this term mean? That is dollar Indian rupee swap. This is again done by RBI. What RBI will do is RBI will tell, listen, I will give you rupee. You give me your dollar. To whom? To the banks. Why is RBI doing this? Why is RBI doing this? Cost or technology? What is the difference, Mr. God? Cost itself means it will cover cost of everything, right? Land, labor, capital, technology. How is it that cost or technology you're telling? Technology, what is the iron ore extraction? There's similarly gold you have to extract out from an ore, from basically from a rock, let us say. That cost should be there. It should not be very high. That cost should be reasonable. If it is too high a cost, nobody will go for it. Got the point? Silent UPSC prep, just look at the track record of gold since 1970 or 1960. Show me 1 year where gold prices crashed. 1 year. To increase forex reserve. No, Aditi. That is where we make the mistake, because the explanation lies here, over here. Swap is a liquidity tool and not to support rupee. Okay. Forex reserve. Fine. That I will agree. Sorry. I was talking about Vinay here, to maintain the rupee value stable. No, Vinay. It has nothing to do with the exchange rate. Understand that. RBI. Where did that go? Yeah. RBI gives rupee to the banks and takes this dollar only to manage the liquidity in the system. And as rightfully pointed out by Aditi, this dollar that goes to the RBI from the banks, it goes where? To the forex. Got the point? It is to not to protect the rupee, not to maintain the exchange rate. That I have been hearing since a very long time. See, mortgage bubble, Sethu Rajan. Mortgage bubble was to do with started with the real estate sector by inflating the prices of properties. Inflating the prices of properties only, it went. That is how the bubble started in the first place. That is something that was only worth 10 rupees. You're telling, oh my God, this property is worth 1000 rupees. That is how it started. Then to insure the load, you got an insurance company also. That is how the bubble kept on increasing. What you're forgetting here is gold is something which a woman loves to wear. That is what people are ignoring here. Got the point? Gold is something which is given as dowry. 1 kilo, 2 kilo, 3 kilo. If in the entire world the demand for gold goes down, it is never going to die in India thanks to the system of arranged marriages. Simplest logic. You have another counterpoint for that? I'm open to debate. Got the point here? Real estate also, if you see, it will go up, crash down, go up, crash down. It will go. That is, for example, there would be at one point in civilization, the cities of Harappa, Mohenjo-daro, etc. would have had very high value because advanced cities, very well developed. Correct? Back in the good old days. Later, Kolkata, the entire Bengal region was considered to be richer than Egypt. Today, will anybody say that about West Bengal, or for that matter, Kolkata city? Kolkata city cannot be compared with any other city in India. I know many people from Bengal will now probably not like what I said, but let us talk about facts here. Does Kolkata attract the same amount of investment what a Delhi or a Hyderabad or a Bengaluru or a Chennai will attract? Good for thought. So always there the changes will be there. Gold, you take the graph. Gold, you take the graph. Got the point? That is never going to change. And you're going to become a husband tomorrow. Trust me, 90% of your problems will get solved when you buy a gold chain and gift it to your wife. I mean, obviously, every day you won't be able to do it. That is a sad part. But that is the reality. So whoever will say, na, gold prices will crash, gold will go to crash. And whenever they say, gold prices have decreased, okay, then you will open it up. What has happened? 200 rupees has decreased. Vareva. What am I going to do with it? Clear with this? The next term available over here is this variable rate repo. What is this variable rate repo? Variable rate repo means RBI will not fix the interest rate. Interest rate is fixed by the banks by auction. RBI will say which banks will say, okay, I can only pay this much interest rate. Give me this much money, like that. Why all these methods put money into the economy? Because that is not happening. Economic growth is not happening. 100% problem will be solved if you don't marry. Arihar, Sudan, still problems will be there. You marry, you will have problem. You don't marry, you will still have problem. Then marry and have problem, na? At least you'll have one more person to share the problem. But it will become a problem if the person you marry itself is the problem. Problem of problems. Reserve Bank of India comfortable with rupee above 90 per United States dollar. What is this comfortable? So normally when dollar demand starts increasing, what will happen to rupee value? Decrease. Correct? This demand can rise from two reasons. Either it is an international demand. If international demand of dollar is increasing, can RBI do anything? Can government do anything? International demand of dollar is going up. Can RBI do anything? Government do anything? Indian banks, Ritesh, why will we give to foreign bank? And why will foreign bank take rupee? I like it, Mr. Yashasvi. Mr. Yashasvi is a guy or a girl? Devame. Oof. Half of the time I get confused with the gender here. Correct, Aparna? Why US dollar is used as reference standard? That is history given in macroeconomic textbook, 11th standard textbook, 12th standard textbook, NCRT it is given. How we started from the fixed exchange rate system. So earlier it was gold. Gold was the standard. That is, gold was used as the standard for trading. Later people understood gold will not work out. Then they moved to dollar. Today internationally 5 currencies are recognized. Dollar, euro, pound, Japanese yen, Chinese yuan. Yeah, they have an institute in Chandra layout. Ah, you are a guy. Yeah. Sorry. Fine. Yeah, I was just checking. Yashasvi. Not because I have a poor memory. Both cannot do anything. That is, I have told this multiple times. Sometimes, our Nirmala Sitharaman has told, it is not because the rupee is doing bad. It is because the dollar is becoming strong. And we would have made her troll out of it. You go to your father and say, it is not because I failed. It is because the others passed. Don't ever try that stunt. You will get a nice slap. But what Nirmala Sitharaman told is absolutely true. Rupee need not do anything. Rupee will be simply sitting and wondering, why to do $1.80 now? And suddenly, dollars demand, if it goes up, that could be any n number of reasons. US economy is growing, or there's a sudden interest in investments coming into US bonds. Just like our Indian government is having government bonds, government securities, there are US bond, US securities. If other countries or even private investors, corporate companies, businessmen, they decide to invest in US bond and treasury, what will happen? Dollar will keep growing up. Rupee will be like, oh, what is happening? What is happening? Rupee will go down. Got the point here? Rupee will simply go down just because dollar's demand is going up. Clear? This is the point. On top of it, what are we also doing? We are also importing. What and all we are importing? Crude oil, gold, silver. That also let me add here. Electronics. Is any component, any of this entity, do we have it in India? We don't have. We don't have even one thing. Crude oil, 86% is imported. Gold, more than 90% is imported. Coal, 50% of our electricity needs still met by coal. silver, electronics, silver imports increased by 5 times. Electronics, again we don't have. Which Desi brand we have? We import everything. So all this will have what? We have a huge import bill. So always what happens is our import is higher than our exports. So ideally then what should have happened? Rupee should have hit a rock bottom. Correct? But then who comes to the rescue? Remittances, foreign investors. Remittances means what? Remittance means the amount of money that is sent by Indians who are staying abroad from USA to Japan, Africa, Australia. They will send money home. That is remittance. Any money that comes into the country, foreign currency that comes into the country is good news for India. Exports will bring dollar into the country. Remittances will bring foreign currency. Again, for ease of understanding, dollar only I will put. FII plus FDI, both will bring what? Dollar into the country. So even though on one side we have very high imports, this other side of the dollars will somehow balance it. Somehow balance it. In addition to this, RBI does a rescue operation to protect rupee. See, anything that is excessively in demand, how do you kill the demand? How to kill the excess demand that is there? You supply more. Aditi, we used to do that limitation. We used to put a limit. Only this much limit you can import. We used to put it between 1951 to 1991. And that is how the D gang was born. Smugglers, dons, gangsters. How did they start? They started by smuggling it. Now, for example, simple logic I will tell you. Now, they have again increased the cigarette prices, right? Dawe ke saath, take it from me. You are going to see illegal cigarettes entering into the country. Smuggled cigarettes. Malaysian manufactured cigarettes, these are. Very, very long. No warning, nothing. Plain cover packet. No warning on that also. Very intense it is. Smuggle and bring it here and sell it. It will be still steeper than the Indian cigarette. Clear? Sunny is saying, increasing how? We can increase the value of rupee na. How will you increase it? Rupee value to increase, there is only a way. You have to increase your exports. What are we exporting? Textiles. Service sector. We are also exporting Indian men to other places. But other than that, nothing great we are exporting. We are not exporting gold, whatever. We are not exporting those things which are of value. Textiles, etc. Every month will people buy clothes or what? No. And wherever you are selling it, whichever countries you want to sell it also, it is not that they are having a huge population like India. So our export is very, very less. How did China become such a huge player? How did China become a huge player? China's exports are more. True, dollar value, it is absolutely true. Whenever dollar value, when it picks up generally the gold prices will come down. Why? Because every investor will go to dollar, thinking that dollar is giving better return. Let me go and invest in dollar. People will go for that. Ulta scenario, when people go for gold, slight decrease will be there in dollar value. Slight decrease will be there. But India will not get any benefit of it. Why? Because of our imports. Crude oil, gold, silver, electronics. Keep this in mind. As long as this is there is by no stretch of imagination we can improve anything. This we cannot touch anywhere. The only way to change things is what? Improve our exports. But that also now it has been affected by what? Our largest market is USA. And that idiot Trump has actually kept a 50% tariff. So this also you can forget. Got the point here? Correct, Aditya? Crude oil, the CO is crude oil. Arun. Got the picture? And coming to FII and FDI. What is FII? FII simply means foreign investors investing in the Indian share market. FDI means what? Literally, you are investing in the country. Completely. Say for example, Amazon. Mexico, let it put. Mexico is not a big player. For us, the real issue is USA. Getting the point here. Higher interest might attract foreign investors seeking better return. Harihar Sudan. It is true. I'm not denying it. But still, it is of no use. NRI accounts also can bring in money. That is what you call an NRI account. NRI is depositing. But it is still not sufficient for this. So normally what RBI used to do was, whenever this $1, let us say from 80, it is becoming 85. From 85, it is becoming 88. From 88, it became 89. Whenever this happens, what will RBI do? RBI will sell dollars. Where will RBI get dollars to sell from? From Forex Reserve. This time RBI did not do that. RBI was like, agar girna hai to girne do. Let if the price of rupee has to go down, let it go down. It is okay. RBI did not even bother. See, there is a reason to that. Because first of all, let me tell you, more than being an export-driven economy, we are actually what? Indian economy is actually internal demand-driven economy. That is on the outset, it will look, oh my God, $1 has touched 90, has broke, is more than 90 rupees. Indian economy is suffering. It may look like it. It is not true. It is not true. Got the point? RBI is not activating manager floating because it will affect internal growth of India. Not necessarily, right? Dollar rupee value, how it will affect? Dollar rupee value, how it is going to affect internal demand? Internal demand is it's actually led by what? Whether people are having money in their hands. Liquidity. Liquid cash does Indian people have, and are people ready to spend or not? Got the point here? The RBI does not want to intervene there. RBI is like, let it go down now. It is okay. Let it go down. Let as of now, let us keep it like this. Why? When dollar value, if rupee value depreciates, will it benefit export or will it benefit import? Correct, Jayashri? Very good, Yashasvi. Export, export, export. Correct, Phoenix? No, Arihar Sudan. When the currency value depreciates, a depreciating currency value will always encourage export. And an appreciating currency will always encourage imports. In other words, if your currency has a very high value like dollar, then you will buy rather than manufacture it, which is what USA is doing. This is how USA has become the largest importer in the world. Because dollar value is so high, right? Practically for them, it is easier to get their work done from outside rather than do it in their own country. What are they manufacturing? Just think about it. What manufacturing do they have in USA? Tesla is there, one or two companies here and there it is there. But otherwise, if you look at it literally, they are the largest buyers in the world. IT services outsourced. Defense technology generally outsourced. They are pharmaceutical companies that is there in China. They don't have most of their manufacturing units. They don't have it there in USA. Got the point here? Example of depreciation encouraging exports. Best example is again what? China. China is purposefully, China's currency, for China is a country where it is an export surplus country. They export much, much higher than they import. So ideally, Chinese currency value should be hitting very high value, higher than even dollar. But they won't do that. They won't allow Chinese currency to pick up like that. China is purposefully devaluing their currency. Devaluing means what? Artificially keeping the currency value low. Why? So that exports will increase. That is how China is able to maintain what? Manufacture everything. Buy nothing. Clear with this? Yanalu Nagaria. Yanalu Nagaria, it is not just about whether it is excessive or not. Most important thing is for this to happen. That is exports to actually improve. Why is it happening in China? Why it is not happening in India is China, if you take, they are great in technology. They have the best manufacturing base. Internet, transportation and logistics. All these are doing wonderfully in China. Whereas in India, if you take technologically, we are backward. Manufacturing base is very poor. Internet speed, we face around 20 to 25% loss in internet speed. Transportation and logistics, it is costlier in India. And on top of it, compared to China, labor charges are higher here. China has the rare blend of labor is also cheap there. Technology is also great there, making their cost of production very low. So they can sell their product anywhere they want. That we'll have to ask China. Absolutely cheap labor. Chinese factories, right? Chinese factories today, when it comes to fitting parts, fitting and screwing the parts, they are using robotics. They are using robots day in and day out. What is the advantage? No need to switch on the light. No need to switch on any light. Keep the whole thing totally dark. Robots will work. Robots do not need eyes, right? You only need to program it. The whole thing is programmed in such a way that robot will come. It moves. So with robotics coming in, powered by AI taking over the manufacturing or the manual jobs there, what has happened? The labor market is filled with an excess supply. And wherever excess labor is there, labor cost will come down. See, obviously unskilled work only, right? Which labor job is involved, where skill is involved? Tell me. Which labor job is there where skill is involved? For example, now in India, most of you, Sadhana, the answer is here. See, we need not depreciate rupee, Sadhana. Already rupee value is low. But we will never get a benefit in our exports because our technology is not great. What technology of India is great other than baby manufacturing? Labor prices compared to China, it is very high here. Manufacturing base, what manufacturing units do we have? Internet speed, 20% lesser than China's average speed. Transport and logistics, 20 to 25% costlier. Then you take Indian railways, Indian ports, Indian airports. You can no way, by no stretch of imagination, you can compare it with China. The other answer, Lavasa brand is the right. Lavasa, I think you people will be using it. That Lavasa brand is there where, for example, the price of those tops are very, very less. Why? Why it is so less? Because it is not done by laborers. These are all machine cut. One huge godown is there. A machine is there. That machine cuts the cloth and stitches it. That is why if you notice one print or pattern, in that medium, small, large, XL, etc. That is like perfect. You take another brand, it will be the same size, not 1 inch here or 1 inch there, which is not possible with a human being, because human being, even if I stitch 10 kurtis of same medium size, thoda upar niche jayega, but not with the Lavasa brand. Why? Complete machine it is. So what happens to the overall price of it? It comes down. Where you use a machine, automatically price comes down. Got the point here, people? Any doubts so far? Correct? Shanu. Even to the Titan and Pinnacle batch out there. I don't know whether anybody is there from those batch. Some are there. Correct, Aparna. Maximum transportation still happens by road. Why does it happen by road? Because it is cheaper. In India, if you have to actually take anything through the freight trains, freight train means goods train. It's very costly. Number one. Number two, there is no end-to-end connectivity. You will get it. See, first of all, you will get it very late because we don't have any dedicated freight corridors. That is dedicated railway track for carrying your goods train. That we don't have. Very limited only we have. So more often than not, what happens? The goods train will be stopped for the passenger train to cross. Or the passenger train will be stopped for the goods train to cross. So it will take a lot of time. Then finally it reaches the station. From the station, I have to take it to the godown or I have to take it to the port. Again, I'll have to pay for what? Loading, unloading and all that. Ulta, what is better? Directly from city A. From the godown, only put it in a very big truck. Overload it. And start making it go. From there to maybe city B. Then maybe call your Maybe the driver will end up with an accident and he will call and say, Malik, Malik, thoda galti ho gaya Malik. December 15th, I think. New batch will start. Naveen. Anjali. Thank you. Somebody is there. Any doubt here, people? Any questions? Because it is China, they will simply use it, even if they don't want to use it. Correct? Born in India, brought up in Dubai till the age of 13. Definitely, Farhan, high accident rates will be there, right? Because see, the real reason is, first of all, you must understand 86% of the vehicles that plies on Indian roads, they are two-wheelers. Two-wheelers who are actually the John Abrahams of the road. No helmet, nothing, and they always have that penchant. Bangalore especially is the worst. Only left side they will overtake. Only from left side. That too on your blind side they will come and overtake. I don't know what is the logic. Always, always. Accidents will increase therefore. Madurai incident, it is still sub judice, my dear. Sound Studio 7238. And I'm not going to discuss such controversial, useless, religious, biased topics. At least we as aspirants of an exam who are planning to write NDA, SSC, UPSC, etc. should stay above caste and religion. Alright. There are few more topics still pending here, economic wise, which I will try to cover in the next week. Because this again, I can rush through it, but that will not serve any purpose for the Pinnacle as well as the Titan batch here. So don't worry. Some 4 points, 4 tables are remaining. You will get the PDF, but explanation, I'll take it over next week. 2027 optional PSIR. Already to 2027. For 2026, one is running. Better join that, Anjali. Already it has started. Please go join. Okay, Ajay, what is this Kolkata incident you want me to discuss? Please put it up. Messi Stadium incident. What incident it is? Please put it up. Entertain all of us. I mean, enlighten all of us. When will the new English batch start online? Class is over, by the way, people. If you don't have any other doubts. Now, academic part is over. Let us take up the non-academic doubts. Starting with the comprehensive. CCA people, I have already given you a task. Please carry on. I know I have not, reviewed your answers. There has been a delay so far. It's only that our current affairs classes was piling up. Preparing content, everything for it. But from Monday, I have decided to do something. Hopefully, God willing, everything will go smoothly. Monday onwards, your answers will be evaluated. Alright. So, don't worry. So, finish off that essay work, what I gave you. When to shift to Prelims from Jan. Impeachment motion of Madras Justice, your views. What views? Let them file it. It is a democratic country. Opposition has every right to file such petitions. It is left to the Speaker of the Lok Sabha whether they want to take it up or not. Already one petition had gone there for the impeachment of Mr. Justice Verma, which never reached anywhere. Now let us see whether this will reach anywhere or not. 99.99% nothing is going to happen with it. More than being it being a political stunt, I'm not expecting anything great to happen out of it. In the CCA group, Comprehensive Current Affairs group, you can only join the group if you have enrolled for my Comprehensive Current Affairs batch. Does China have a competition monopoly? First of all, is it even a term, competition monopoly? Because monopoly and competition is like a paradox. Where you have monopoly, there is no competition. And where there is competition, there is no monopoly. China's case is a clear case of monopoly, no doubt about it. There is no other country in this world with a huge population, good on technology, good in logistics, good in transportation, literally good in everything, and having a low labor cost also. China has that is all the ingredients, whatever is necessary to set up a business. China has it. So China continues to attract investments for all those said reasons. I am from 6.0, literally scaring from current affairs. Priya, why are you getting scared of current affairs? See, current affairs simply means you are reading the news. Number one. If you are too scared, one suggestion I will give you is obviously my own batch. There is a CCA batch which I am running, comprehensive current affairs batch. Now, how is it different from this classes what we conduct on the week is that is a little more elaborate. That is a little more elaborate. For example, now this one topic what we saw now, this economics, that one topic I had taught in almost 2.5 hours. I took and taught that topic in its entirety. In its entirety, I taught it there. Because there it's exclusively how to understand that concept there with clarity, because it is important. So some topics I go in depth. So the other day I took a topic basically which was like to do with mental health and everything. Because there is a difference, right? When you take classes for obviously 2 days in a week, it's actually 3 days. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Wednesday we are doing backlogs from May 2025 onwards. Monday and Friday we do that week's current affair. Saturday it is a summary. It is a summary or a revision of the entire week's class. So it is a nutshell here. Because please understand, current affairs, if you literally see, oh, then he is only teaching very less for us. Titan and Pinnacle, don't think like that. Because you must understand an entire week's current affair, to wind it up in 2.5 hours, it is literally impossible. To teach it in depth and cover all the topics, it's practically not possible. I'm telling you, because that is the level with which topics are coming these days. Last week also we had to conduct a special class. Next week also we'll be conducting a special class. I cannot help it. That is the way current affairs have been coming since this year, January onwards, for all your good luck. So one is, if you are not having financial issues, join this batch. Visit PW website. There you will see what is the price of it. Number one. Number two is what? Attend the YouTube class. Attend this YT class here. Plus read the MCA, monthly current affair compilation. That is all you have to do. Otherwise also I will tell you, your worry should not be on current affair. Current affair, if you follow it for 3-4 months, it will take for you to get a grasp over it. Because you are literally doing multiple subjects every day, which is not easy. So you will have to give it some time. It will not happen in one single go. Like you watch a reel in Instagram or something, this is not going to go into your head. It will take time. It will take time again. So you will have to give it some time. Till then, you will have to wait. Clear? Your real worry should be always the GS subjects. Polity, economy, environment, geography, history, science and tech. These subjects plus your optional. Plus whatever is not covered in it in the GS mains paper. GS 1, 2, 3, 4 essay. This is what you should worry about. Because only if your foundation is strong, updated with current affair, you will score. Only focusing on current affair, more and more current affair, will make you a faculty like me. Clear? Anjali, whole week's current affair will be done. I am not disputing it. But again, I will pick and choose the most important topics. Please understand. You just go through the paper. You only want me to read out the news. Okay, this happened, this has happened. I can finish it. In-depth discussion with wide coverage, covering every topic with the current load of current affair, it is not possible. That is what I am telling you. I am not asking that everybody should join. No, if you are having a minimum level of understanding of the concepts, do this. Attend the YT class. Attend the summary class on Saturday and go for your MCA. It is nothing to do with misguided and all. This batch, comprehensive current affair batch was started because of the demand from the side of the students that we need exclusively a batch for it. That is the reason we started it. There is no other reason for it. Because one day, how are you expecting? Just think about it now. One day, an entire week. If you really see you're also already in there in YouTube, right? You'll be watching videos in YouTube. You're literally seeing daily current affair video being uploaded by other academies, etc. Minimum you put 1.5, 1 hour you keep. Not even 1 hour you keep. 5 days in a week you take, that itself will come to some 5 hours. Overlap, etc. you take out, still it will come to some 3.5 hours. 3.5 hours in a 2.5 hour class. How are we going to cover it? That's the logic. The thing is, here you attend the class, you cover the remaining from monthly current affair compilation. Challenge will be, some topics will be there where you will have to put in a little more effort. CCA class means I will take my own sweet time. Plus on top of it, I am reviewing the answers. That is also there. I am directly reviewing it. Nobody is there to assist me. Nobody is there to help me. It is my own handwriting. That is the point. Any MCA is fine. You should decide whether it is a means to serve or a symbol or a success or whatever. How you view it, that is how things will be. You are going to see it as, yes, I am somebody powerful, means you will also become like this Instagram celebrities. These days you can see IAS, IPS officers going on uploading. Have you ever noticed one thing? When these IAS, IPS officers who are active on Instagram, when they upload a photograph, not one photo will have bad lighting or a bad pose. Always it's correct lighting it will be. When you or I try to take a selfie, our photo will look worse than our Aadhaar card photo. That is show off of power. The real silent ones who are actually serving the nation and the public, they don't have time for all this nonsense. Bakwas. Anxiety attack. Go meet a psychologist. Go meet a psychologist. Go get into therapy. Anything else from the my CCA batch or Titan batch or Pinnacle batch? Anything from there? IFO's exam, an optional subject. Forest Service, what is there? I mean, optional subjects I don't remember, to be very honest. Please visit our website. It will be given there. Optional subjects, whatever is given, pick it up. I know only one thing, that Forest Service cutoff is very, very high. Prostitution and problem of population. From where did you get that topic, Mr. Vikrant Chacha? If there are no doubts, you may leave. Those of you who have no doubts, you may leave. Class is over. Happy weekend. ಊಟ ಮಾಡಿ ಸರ್, ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Because I love the subject public administration. I'm yet to see that movie Durandar. Apparently, people have a problem if the ISI agent is not from Pakistan, who is a very good-looking female, and there are no songs between Indian raw agent and Pakistani ISI agent. There is not a song, and there are steps like Jhume Jo Pathan and all that intelligent plot twists, etc. Where always they are chasing a rogue Indian agent, To catch a bad Indian agent, we are taking the help of Pakistani ISI agent. I mean, other than like how... I forgot his name. Answer has said in one of his podcasts, other than tying and untying the nada of their pajama, what else do they know? I mean, why do Indians need their help? So if the plot twist is not like that, then people have a problem. That movie, as far as I have understood, is they have shown what is Pakistan for what it is. That is the reason why even Middle Eastern countries have banned it, because it is anti-Pakistan. That is what they are telling it. Helpful for India. Countless number of times I have said this. We are discussing current affairs here. One or the other way, all these topics can come to you as a group discussion in your GD, and you have a prelims there. All these basics also can come over there. So these are all important. What do you think about Sanchar Sadhi? Kushi Kumari, I only know that much of information, whatever is given in the media as well as given by the government. As far as from the government it is concerned, government has basically made it very clear in more terms than one that it is not involved, it does not actually snoop over your data or anything, and it is entirely voluntary now. Now it is voluntary. Earlier they had asked the companies to pre-install it. So now it is voluntary. Only if you want you can install it. Otherwise you are free not to install it also. So the controversy dies with that. On the other side, what they are talking about, there will be a compromise on data, there will be a breach of privacy, breach of security. Well, my counter question to all of them is, you have given your data to Insta, you have given your data to Facebook, you have given your data to WhatsApp. You have even given your data to Truecaller. Basically, countless number of apps, whatever is there in your phone, all those companies have access to your data, access to all your information. So it is just a foolish thought to think, or a silly thought to think, that your data is not at all compromised and nobody has access to it. Already foreign companies have access to it. And if government wants, government can track your data. It is not necessary that they have to install an app there. Gaming 7422 pixel. It is important that you should visit the PYQs. Those of you who are going on asking me how much should we prepare, etc. You are asking me because you have never done that simple exercise called visiting the previous year questions. Only when you visit it, you will get to know to what extent you should prepare. Because even after telling it, I have seen the YouTube comments also. One lady went on to the extent of telling, this is how they can sell their course. Studying PYQs alone, you are never going to clear anything. Actually, no. In India, so I was going through the sociology optional when I was taking classes in Bhubaneswar. So I went there thinking that people would have taken up PubAd, but I got to know everybody is doing sociology optional, majority in the class. So I told them about this PYQs. They were like, no sir, we don't know how to analyze it. I told them, do one favor for me, get me at least last 10 years PYQs, sociology. They said, yes sir, okay, we'll bring it. Then we sat down. I read the first question, and I remember it was about some Marxian ideology, Karl Marx. I told them, okay, Marxian ideology it is, Karl Marx. Now you start, so everybody is having each year question paper with one or two people are holding one question paper from one year. I told them, your job is only one thing. Which year, if in your paper Karl Marx is there, announce it out. Don't read the question. Just the word Karl Marx is there, it is enough. Because when you're studying about Karl Marx, you'll study it in full. You're not going to study it in part. They all agreed. Believe it or not, we started doing this exercise. %98 topics were repeated. We didn't stop with 2013. I went a little more back. 2012, 11, 10, 9. 9 till 9 we went, because after that it was difficult to get the questions also. Till 9 we went. 98% questions were on spot. On dot it was. Whole exercise would have easily taken from evening we sat down after having a tea. And I think it went till 9 o'clock or something. I literally saw that shocked expression on the students' faces. They were like, sir, that means all we have to do is prepare. I said, that is all you have to do. Prepare it topic wise. So Karl Marx has come maximum number of times. So what will you do? You'll prepare it in depth. One or two thinkers were there which has come only once. Then after 10 years, a second time it came. Prepare it only for 2-3 pages. Enough. That's it. That's all you have to do. So PYQs, please visit it again and again for the upteenth time, especially of UPSC GS 1, 2, 3, 4 and your optional. Automatically you will get to know how much you have to study. Good morning. I do fumble while speaking English. How can I overcome that? Aditya, just keep speaking, man. See, there are two ways to it. Anything. Say, for example, when you started driving also, you would have started slowly first. Correct. You wouldn't have immediately started putting the top gear. And initially you will be like, अरे steering भी पकड़ना है, gear भी डालना है, clutch भी पकड़ना है. How to do this? You would have hyperventilated. I did. I was like, how is this even possible, man? On one hand, your steering is there, on another gear is there, and on the third one, you have to balance between the clutch and the accelerator. How will you do it? So initially, you only balanced it between what? Between the first and the second gear. Very slowly, you were taking it. Later, what happened? You took it to the highway. After a point, what happened? You forgot about you were like second group. Oh, Gadi is going slow. You started putting in third, fourth, fifth, sixth. You started putting it up. Or sixth is not the right. Fifth and reverse gear, yeah. So you started putting it up. So automatically what happened? I mean, sixth is there, yeah. You forgot. You forgot that you're driving very fast now. So the art of speaking English is also the same thing. Start slow. When you start talking, don't talk fast. Talk slow. Where are you living in Bangalore? And in which area? It's nice to hear such words from you. How do you do? Did you have your dinner? The person who hears it will feel that, wow, look at the way he's speaking. People will get impressed, especially girls. Trust me. I don't know why, but girls do get impressed with English. Because English knowledge, they equate it immediately to the fact that the person is educated. So just pause and speak. Slowly, automatically you will pick it up. So now it has been a while since we are interacting. That is why I'm not put up my guard. But if I'm speaking in a public area for the first time and all, if I'm speaking, I won't be using this tone. I will automatically make a change to my tone. I will speak in such a way where the people who listen to me will maintain pin drop silence. And silence, my dear friends, is golden. This is the way I will do it. Or they will be like, oh my God, that is how it will be. It's all some simple tricks and techniques. We will rock you, Soro. Amme, Peda, Mr. R. Just crack the service and go. By preparing for it. Very good. Where are you living in Bangalore, sir? Which area? Nagasandra. Arihar, so then you cannot solve all the problems in the world. First of all, stop being so emotional about whatever problems are in the world. You cannot solve all the problems in the world. Whatever you do or you don't do, the problems that women face in the country will continue to happen. And the reason is other men, boys of this country. Boys only, not even men, boys who never grew up, who cannot handle a rejection. That is the point. Little one girl says no, immediately throw acid on her face. One girl says no, immediately go put a knife into her body. As long as such Amul babies are existing in our country, women will continue to face issue. What is one belief about UPSC which you believe is wrong? Not preparing for other exams while you are preparing for UPSC. Other day also some person, see, whoever will tell, right, in the comment section I've been seeing it. Whoever will come and tell that is not possible because when what is it, he gave some example. Biryani, if you have to cook, it will take time. It is not like how you will cook rice and this thing or something. See, first of all, that analogy itself is stupid. Food, whether it be rice, for a hungry man, for him even curd rice also will be like biryani. That is the other logic to it. For him, even anything can be what? Food. So that is such a stupid logic. My point is very, very clear. See, if you clear the service by preparing solely for UPSC, you come to me and do this dinga dinga, you do it. You make fun of me, you ridicule me. Even if you want, you abuse me. I will take it. I will take it like a champ. Because obviously I will not understand your happiness because I have never cracked UPSC. I'm never going to understand your happiness. But heaven forbid, you prepared only for UPSC. You have crossed 30. And by crossing 30, you are now ineligible for all the exams in the country. More than anybody else in your own family, I will know what is the pain that you are going through. दावे के साथ यह कह सकता हूं. First attempt, I agree. You give your best. You are in your college. You want to prepare for UPSC. Prepare. Take up an online course. Do it parallelly. Priority should be for your college. But once it is over, first attempt is over. Your first attempt, priority again, that attempt what it should be. Take down the notes, attend all the classes, follow the instructions of the faculty. Don't listen to any bhaiyas or didis who are already into this preparation for 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. Follow what faculties will tell you. Enough. First attempt is over, get into a job. I don't care what job it is, as long as you're earning your own money. That's enough. It is all fake. Sadhana. See, in 1 year, okay, in one solo year, 2017, I cleared SSC prelims and mains also. I cleared RBI prelims. Mains, I couldn't clear for the only reason that the economic questions that they asked in that mains was a little on the tougher side. I went and wrote Kerala's administrative exam. I'm not trying to boast myself or trying to show that I'm intelligent, but trust me, I was busy with teaching. I didn't get literally time to study exclusively for Kerala Administrative Service. I entered into the final list. Final rank list, my name was there. Please understand, coaching mafia will tell you not to give other exams. Neither Alex sir, nor Sumit sir, nor me, nor anybody from PW, we are that mafia. I mean, I know, shakal se kamina dikhta hu, dil se nahi hu. We will be very happy to hear that our students are all in respectable positions in different field. The other problem again is students want to clear. Sir, I want to be the youngest IAS officer. And karoge kya? What will you do? Many of you are asking me, I am taking online course. Fine. 3 years I will do UPSC. Okay, good. Then I will become youngest IAS officer. What if you don't clear? Then what will you do? If you clear, great. See, if everything goes pakka well according to your plan, great, good for you. But if it doesn't go, then what? So you should have an alternative, whatever it is, where you are financially independent. In no other culture, I am telling you, Southeast Asia you take Africa, you take Australia, you take Europe, you take USA. Show me any youngster sitting and preparing for 5 or 10 years of their life where they are taking money from their parents and sitting and preparing for one single exam. Show me one culture that supports it. Even if they support also 1 or 2 years, they call it what? Dad, I would like to, can you just lend me, I'm going through a rough patch. Can you just lend me some money, Dad? A few bucks. That is how they talk in USA. Can I borrow it from you? Here I have literally heard students talking to their father. अरे आपको मालूम है ना, खर्च होता है यूपीएससी के लिए. ऐसे बनते हैं क्या यूपीएससी? जो भेजो. मेरे लिए तो कमाई है ना, भेजो अभी पैसा. This is how they talk. English version. I am your only son, right? Why can't you spend money for me? UPSC will happen easily or what? Send money. Come on, quickly send 10,000. I don't want to hear any excuses. This is how they demand money from home. And Simple logic, people. Don't you want to be financially independent? Don't you want to have your own money? Like you want to eat something. Forget buying expensive stuff. You want to eat a nice biryani. There is a nice place. You want to go there and eat. Would you prefer to go and take that money from your parents and get even insults from them? Or you are earning, you saved a little, you go there, you ate like a king. Which one is better? My point of asking you to prepare for other exams or giving other exams is basically to put you on your own feet. Take charge of your life. Take control of your life. खुद का जिंदगी का कंट्रोल अगर आप नहीं ले लोगे तो आप एक डिस्ट्रिक्ट का कंट्रोल कहां से ले लोगे? First, control your body, then control your life. The rest will follow. See, IISC, I am not an astrologer. I don't have any distraction. Will I get success in any field? I don't even know you. Your success or your failure is not dependent on my opinion that I'm going to give over a YouTube channel. Your success or your failure is in your hand. If you're selfish enough to focus only on your own life, you're self-centered enough to focus on your drawbacks, your weaknesses, and improving it. You are loving yourself to the point where you are exercising, you are eating on time, sleeping on time, you don't have any bad habits. Yes, there is a very good chance. Correct, Arun? %80 wasted. What tips will I give you, Mr. Rajiv Mondal? What is wasted is wasted. Start preparing at least now. See, no point in weeping over spilled milk. पुराने बातों पर मिट्टी डाल दो, आगे देखो. NEET students, let me tell you, one advantage what you have is you are preparing which subjects? Physics, chemistry, biology. These are international subjects. It is not that Indian physics is there and Western physics is there. Physics is physics. Visit YT, man. Plenty of foreign lectures, videos are there where they beautifully teach concepts. Sit and study from that. Apply the concepts. Start practicing the PYQs. Khatam baat. Good. How many languages do I know? I can read, write. I'm literate in Hindi, English, Malayalam. I'm a proud illiterate in Tamil and Kannada. I can only speak the language. I don't know to read or write. Illa Taleva Sunnatali. Illa. I am from, I was there in Chennai for more than a year in Anna Nagar, 2nd Avenue. அதனால தமிழ் கொஞ்சம் பேச தெரியும். நிறைய தமிழ் படமும் பார்ப்பேன். Why is opposition in full confidence by opposing us? Opposition's job is to oppose. Let them oppose. It is okay. We need not concern ourselves with that. Why opposition is doing something is not our point. Our point is basically to talk in facts. Is it the job of Election Commission? Yes, it's a constitutional mandated job. What has Supreme Court said? Supreme Court has not stopped Election Commission from conducting SIR. End of the discussion. What is opposition thinking or what even the Hindu newspaper thinks, it's none of our job. I am from Karnataka. Hegidira. Online for 2028. 2026 itself has not started. 2028, if you ask Pichapillai, see, I will tell you again, this question's right. 2028 when it will start, 29 when it will start. Obviously, when it will start, what do you think? When it will start? It will only start in 27. Correct. For 2028, it will only start in 27. If you want, you can join the current next batch, which will start from June next year, 26. Because like I told you, syllabus is the same. Topics are the same. Question paper pattern doesn't change. All that you need to update is what? Current affairs. That's it. So, jaldi Get it done with at the earliest. Take care, Ayushi. Talking it, speaking it, that is the only way to improve it. It's 10:11 already. Marathon, why are you reading these fast comments? Element minds. When you have the habit of reading books, right? When you have the habit of reading books, you will end up developing reading speed. As simple as that. When you read books. So initially I used to read this is that is how I used to read initially. Later it started making zing, 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 scanning. And when you read current affairs also, it is not that you will sit and read e-swas everywhere. First of all, I will look any data is there, any institution name is there. Nothing is there means I will chuck the article completely. Because it will be just somebody's viewpoint. That way I can also give my viewpoint of this country as well as the politics here. You can also give, anybody can give. But to talk with objective data based on rational analysis, that requires skill. So data should be there whenever you discuss something. Too much of anything is bad. Latest batch have recently started. Next batch will be probably in June. I already answered that. I have not eaten yet, Roshni. Thank you for asking. It is all the same strategy, people. Sit and revise the PYQs first. Whichever exam you are going to do. See, it is called learn your enemy. Consider your exam as your biggest enemy. You want to defeat it. So what you will do, you will study about it. How you will study? You will start with the PYQs. You will go through the syllabus. Then you will analyze your own strength areas and your own weakness. As an old adage goes, take care of the weakness first. Weak areas, tough areas which you don't like to study. Take care of it first. Because your strong areas or your strength, that will take care of itself. You won't have to worry about it. That is all that is there to do. It is as simple as that. So learn about it. Study your own enemy first. Very few people know that, they knew very few. True. Absolutely true. The quality of a good faculty is in openly admitting that they don't know something. That is a quality, because there is nothing, no shame in admitting that if you don't know something, just say it. Okay, I'm not aware of it. Let me look into it. As simple as that. We are all human beings here. There is nobody is above me or below me. When I don't, that is the reason I don't like my students touching my feet. I consider them to be my equals. Swapna Toyo Panda. PYQ relevant in prelims. Please visit it. You will understand. Based on your marks, you choose your future, this thing. I mean, whatever subject you want to pick up. Swapna Toyo Panda, please visit. Guidance reflects not only knowledge but conviction, which inspires us to trust the process. Very good. How to become unrecognizable and self-disciplined. From Kerala. Prayag. നമസ്കാരം മക്കളെ, സുഖമാണോ? നാട്ടിലെ election result എല്ലാം നല്ല കെങ്കേമമായില്ലേ? Apart from this, just a suggestion, a very good book that I very recently started to read. Please read this book. Bottom line is very simple. It is about doing something very small. Something very small that you do every day throughout the year. if it is something positive, like preparing for an exam, you have a higher chance of cracking it. Or somewhere it will help you. Guaranteed. Ulta, every day, let us say you're doing something which is destructive for you, drinking, smoking, wasting your time, watching reels, or some other useless activity. Again, the same thing. So, this will lead to total destruction within a year. This you will see, even without you knowing it, it will take you somewhere above. Current affairs strategy for 2026 prelims. Please revise the MCA, monthly current affair compilation. Every day, try to cover at least 10 to 12 pages minimum. Best case scenario is try to cover at least 15 pages. If you target at least 15 pages, probably in 1 week, you should be able to cover 1 month, or maybe in 10 days, 1 month. So, like that, if you take 30 days, in 1 month, you should be able to cover 3 months. That means in 4 months, you should be able to cover entire 12 months. Read, underline the important point. That is all you will do. Then what you will do, once you've covered everything, you will start again. You will read only the underlined portion. So earlier, you might have taken maybe 2 hours or 3 hours to read 15 pages. Now you won't even take 1 hour. Then read once again. By the time you are into the third reading, many things will come to you. Read, don't study. Arpan Banerjee, if you notice, it is written PWOnlyIAS YouTube English channel. So English means Angrezi, not Hindi. I don't know. I'm not aware about the Kaizen method, to be very honest. I have no idea about the batches. Please visit PWOnlyIAS website. Please contact the mentors. They will have all the contact. Like I told you, I'm taking this class from a studio in my home. So I don't have contact with the team as such. So I'm not aware about these things, what planners they make, etc. All right, people, let's call it a day. Studying means you're trying to by heart it. Reading means you just read it. You keep reading it twice, thrice, four. You're not trying to remember anything. You're just giving it full focus. Understand what it is trying to say. That's it. Studying means I'm by hearting it. I'm trying to recall and recollect. In reading, there is no recall, no recollect. It's just read, repeat. God bless you all. Take